All right, welcome to the stream. What's up, Jerry, ATF, Dave's channel, Realm Chat, JC? There will not be hee haw or save. There will never be Saved by the Bell, but there won't be hee haw for like a long time. What's up, on Kino? So I want to show you a clip real quick. It's only a couple minutes long. Before we get into the wrestling, Jerry Lawler yesterday in Memphis had a street named after him. And I thought you might like to see what old Jerry's up to these days. And I also like this guy here on the looks like some kind of segue. But anyway, this just happened yesterday. This is from WREG News Channel 3. Jerry the King Lawler gets his name on a street sign. What's up, Hugh Scanlon? It's just like it's 2.5 minutes, but I thought it'd be good to document what Lawler was doing while we were watching these.
We have some exciting news tonight out of the Highland Heights neighborhood where the city of Memphis is honoring Jerry the King Lawler by officially renaming a portion of Homer Street after the Memphis wrestling legend. Lawler launched his Hall of Fame wrestling career in 1970 and reportedly holds more than 160 championship titles. WRG's Mike Sirianni attended today's renaming ceremony and has highlights.
What? Okay. 2, 3, pull that back. Yeah!
A ceremony fit for a king Thursday, the renaming of a portion of Homer Street in Highland Heights as Jerry the King Lawler Street.
Jerry, 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 Jerry.
Lawler returning to the neighborhood where he grew up and attended Treadwell High School to greet fans.
Oh man, Jedi Rich out there with him.
And relive the past through the words of longtime wrestling associates.
Oh,
He said, Jimmy, I want you to manage me. And I went, are you kidding me? But it really took off. We went to New York together. We went everywhere together. But I just want to say, King, we're so grateful.
Lawler's career
Who's this guy dressed like Superman? Oh, because of Lawler. Never mind.
as a professional wrestler and color commentator spanned decades, making a splash outside the ring in 1982 with the infamous slapdown of comedian Andy Kaufman on the David Letterman show. Lawler, who suffered a heart attack in 2012 while wrestling and has survived 3 strokes, was amused to see a wrestling ring at Thursday's ceremony.
Nice to look at, but I'm not.
Wrestling ring.
Oh, they did Jerry wrong. They did all this shit with AI. Oh man, Lawler is like an artist to his core. They couldn't have found a fan who could have done some artwork for him. Oh man.
At Thursday's ceremony.
Nice to look at, but I'm not going to get into today.
Lawler even gave politics a shot and ran for mayor.
What's up, Daninsky? What's up, Go Hogs?
Twice, once against longtime friend Willie Harrington.
Out of his love for Memphis, and not that he didn't love me, he became a candidate for mayor. And I said, Jerry, I love you, but brother, you're going to go down in defeat.
Thursday, Lawler was praised by city leaders for his accomplishments and called an ambassador for Memphis. Lawler taking the praise in stride and stressing any goal, any dream.
The ceremony was interrupted by superstar Bill Dundee, who wanted a street named after him.
Can be achieved.
If you're thinking about doing something serious, keep your mind straight and then pull that strap down, and it's all yours after that.
For your news leader in Highland Heights, Mike Sirianni, WREG News Channel 3.
That mayor's race was one of the King's few defeats. Now, officially, Homer Street between Given Avenue and Rhea Avenue is now Jerry the King Lawler Street.
So there you go. There's what Lawler's up to. That was, like I said, that was just yesterday. It's good to see him. You know, it's hard to see him. It's hard to see the old timers get old, but worst Superman ever? I don't know about that. I wouldn't put it among the best. So here's the deal. This episode, which is February 8th, 1981, it is obviously a lot of these are not in great shape. The last 20 minutes of this is very, very low volume, like beyond what we're used to. So I thought we'd watch the first part of it. It does have old style commercials in it, but just looking for the thumbnail, I did notice there's some interesting stuff that happens in that last part, but we'll decide when we get to it. If you guys want to skip it, that's fine. Or if you want to just, I can crank it all the way up and probably get it to about 30, between 36 and 30 maybe. But anyway, let's just open and then we'll decide once you hear it.
again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside, and by golly, we're ready to go with another big day.
Fusion Street? I don't think so.
Championship wrestling action. We got plenty of wrestling scheduled today, didn't
Oh,
we?
you're right. We have Tom Mealy, David Price in here. They are going against that rugged team of the Bounty Hunters to get things underway. Then a single match, Gypsy Joe will be in against Wildfire, Tommy Rich.
Somebody say, oh, Wildfire.
Yes, sir. David Oswald then will take on Eddie Hogan in a single match. And a big expiration of time.
Oh, yeah, don't forget about that. Last week they were talking about Eddie Hogan coming in, so we get an Eddie Hogan match.
Tag team match today. Looking forward to this one. Rick Morton and Eddie Gilbert on one side of the ring. On the other side, it'll be Handsome Jimmy Valiant and the Dream Machine.
In addition to that, we have a very special particular feature that you're going to see. I don't know what you'll think about it. I don't know what we think about it. It is a song to the universal heartthrob Austin Idol. We'll be taking a look at that a little bit later. Got to get it all in. Let's get on with it. Going to be back. See the Bounty Hunters and Jimmy Kent in here in just one moment.
Did you see that guy that looked kind of like unhappy to be there? This guy, why is this guy so sad?
One of the reasons Sam Swift...
Also, I did finally get around to seeing the Ben Lalo confrontation. I mean, I don't know. To each their own. If I had been watching that live, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. I would have just thought it was, par for the course. People acted like they were shocked by it.
Pontiac sells so many cars is our completely unique way of trading from wholesale, which always saves you extra hundreds of dollars compared to the very best deal you can get elsewhere. Just look at these prices on new 1981 Pontiacs. Here's the new 1981 Pontiac Bonneville, a true luxury car in every respect, and America's #1 road car. Our price, just $73.81.
Down at Sam Swope.
Other dealers sell this same
$7,381
car for many hundreds of dollars more. Next to it is this new 1981 Pontiac Grand Prix. It's
look at that.
Completely restyled this year. It's always a very popular car, and our price on the new 1981 Grand Prix.
Brand new 1981. I mean, look at that. Cherry Grand Prix, $71.81. Wow.
Just $71.81. Next to it is the new Firebird. The Firebirds are always very much in demand.
We're just like Sawyer. We missed the boat. There was a whole generations of people that could get a brand new car for $7,000.
This one has the economical V6 engine in it, and our price on the new 1981 Pontiac Firebird.
Oh man, a Pontiac Firebird, about $6,800. Wow.
It's just $67.81. $67.81.
No, I think that's part of it. When actual real stuff is happening, Grace never shifts the camera. I think she shifted the camera for artistic purposes to not, so that, look, in a horror movie, sometimes seeing something is very scary, but sometimes if you don't see it, like your brain fills in the details and makes it much worse than it could have ever been on screen. And I think that's what was going on here.
And next to it is the new...
I think she knew that people would be like, oh, Grace turned the camera. It's got to be serious. Like, no, I don't think so.
Front-wheel drive Pontiac Phoenix. This car is completely restyled, very, very popular, and our price just $61.81. And this new Pontiac Sunbird, the most economical of all Pontiacs.
What legal repercussions? What else could that do to Lalo? If Lalo goes to court on any of this stuff, he's going to look like, no offense to him, he's Keno, but he's going to look like a fool, and nobody's going to side with him because he has blurred the line between what's a working partnership and what's a shoot. It'd just be a mess. And it'd be some boomer judge who would not understand the nuances of streaming anyway.
And our price on the
no legal
Sunbird
consequences.
is $49.81 each month.
How long have you been? How many times have you seen anybody actually have any kind of accountability or comeuppance, like ever on YouTube? Very rarely.
1981. We'd like to single out a youth-oriented organization.
What's up, Bob Brown? Thanks, buddy. Who cares? I do, and other people do. Thank you, Bob Brown, for the hiding. I appreciate that, man. Sam Swope is fired up. I still can't believe how cheap these cars are.
That we find particularly noteworthy. for each and every new and used car sold.
Probably the same people that care when you talk about Saved by the Bell. What's up? What's up? It's me. Thank you, man, for the $1.99. You do not have to punish yourself severely. You can't be late.
During January.
Only I can be late. You guys are, whenever you show up is the right time.
Sam Swope Pontiac Honda BMW will contribute $10 to Cosair Hospital in appreciation of Cosair's
You better practice what
55
you
years
preach,
of
ATF.
service to Kentuckiana. We really appreciate all the cars you buy from us that make this possible. Friends, I hope if you're looking for a newer used
I want that
car,
Firebird.
you'll come to Sam Swope Pontiac Honda BMW. I promise you'll save several hundreds of dollars. During February, Sam Swope Pontiac Honda BMW will continue to contribute $10 to Cosair Hospital for every car sold.
$10 per car goes to the hospital.
Okay, we're back ready to go, ready for the official introductions in here on our opening tag match, and here we go, Dave.
One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Total weight of 387 pounds. On the right of your screen, from Memphis, Tennessee, David Price. His partner also from Memphis, Tennessee, Tom Maley. Going against him, a total of 512 pounds from Tombstone Territory, with their manager, Jimmy Kent, the Bounty Hunters. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee, Jerry Calhoun.
And you hear them
I love the manager for the Bounty
murmur
Hunters,
in the
too.
booths when the Bounty Hunters are introduced in there. There obviously is not one single person in here that doesn't have the very good idea that probably the Bounty Hunters, Jerry and David Novak, are going to win this particular match. They're going against a couple of young guys. I've been impressed with both of them, Maley and Price, in their aggressiveness. Look at that. Going right in for a leg dive, and he got him down, Dave.
David Novak of the Bounty Hunters on the mat. Boy, Maley trying to roll those shoulders down and hold him there, see if he can get a quick 3 count and take home a victory in this one fall, 15-minute time limit match. Bounty Hunters get Maley over in their corner. Bad place to be anytime. Maley forcing the Bounty Hunter back into the turnbuckle.
What's up,
but
Jason?
the Bounty Hunter with a forearm drove him to the mat. Tom Maley near the corner, does not go for the tag on David Price's partner. Bounty Hunter throws him over into his corner, makes a tag, and this is Jerry Novak coming in. Bounty Hunters wrestling out of Tombstone Territory, but they came from Canada to this area.
Tombstone.
Maley, dropped to the mat. Bounty Hunter hanging on with that headlock. Tom Maley
Good
up in the
Lord,
air,
man.
and a body.
He is just like, where I guess wherever your head goes is where your body has to go. This guy, just that time when he just like pulled him down, it wasn't a DDT, but it was like a DDT type thing. That looked pretty good.
By Jerry Novak. Follows
that body,
picked up in
that body slam.
Tom Maley picked up in the air, and a body slam by Jerry Novak. Follows with that big boot.
What's up, Donald Dank?
Face lock. Maley gave it a go in the opening seconds, but the Bounty Hunters pretty well able to keep him tied up. After the tag, there's the other one coming in to take over. Maley was near the corner, but again, he was unable to go for the tag. We're 2 minutes into the action.
Well, it's swell to get some relief and go from a 280-pounder to 270-pounder.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's the way it is with these Bounty Hunters. Woo.
Yeah.
Maley up behind with that hammer.
Bounty Hunter goes for the rope. Wise move by the Bounty Hunter. Not a popular one usually, but he did get the hold broken.
See, he's getting it again.
Maley. Hands and knees, Bounty Hunter.
He must have a tremendous amateur background. He's like going constantly grabbing an arm or the neck or a half Nelson.
Got him pretty well tied up. Oh, Maley drops out of it. Good move by Tom Maley. The Bounty Hunter right back to work. Picks him up in the air.
God
Maley,
damn,
Maley.
son.
The Bounty Hunter right back to work. Picks him up in the air.
Like
Maley,
that.
Maley.
He just, I like that. It actually looks like he was just like trying to hurt him with it instead of just laying him down.
Bounty Hunter right back to work, picks him up in the air.
Nice.
Melee body slam. And the Bounty Hunter,
2 body slams that they have banged Melee down.
two body slams, and both the Bounty Hunters always follow with that boot. Melee slammed into the turnbuckle. There's cover. Count is 1, but Melee breaks the count at 1. He starts for the corner. He got the tag. Referee Jerry Calhoun said, yes, sir. Tag made. Here's David Price.
Deep arm drag.
A little bit more weight in there now with David Price and Tom Maley, but still outmanned in terms of size with the Bounty Hunters. Jimmy Kent in a restful position because his boys are in total control at the moment.
Restful.
As we reach the 3.5-minute mark. Hey, Price.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah. Bounty Hunters maybe not quite as much in control as their manager there, Jimmy Kent, had hoped. This brought him out of his chair. Still near it, but standing at ringside. Seated once again. And there you saw David Novak. David Price. Ooh. Price's head met the top turnbuckle. Other Bounty Hunter is Jerry.
Oh, you get a good look at the size of this guy.
He's huge. Big right arm. Price. Paddling back. Oh, upper part of the arm across the back of the head.
Scrap,
and Price
man.
hit the mat. Bounty Hunters make a tag. A little double team there. I'm not sure that's quite necessary. Matter of fact, I know it isn't. Bounty Hunter being warned by
I'm slowly being won over by the Bounty
the
Hunters.
referee to make sure he's using the upper part of the arm, not the point of the elbow. David Price whipped into the rope. Backdrop. Bounty Hunter drops with the upper arm. Does not go for the pin. Goes to the corner instead.
Did you guys see Ilya Dragunov got released? Do you think there's any chance he doesn't get picked up by AEW? I would think they would. And I don't even know what they would do with him, but I feel like Tony Khan would definitely is going to sign him.
Tag's brother Jerry.
They just continue to apply the punishment, Dave.
Just pounding him with that big broad arm.
Yeah,
Jimmy Kent, happy at
maybe we'll get a facade match.
Team right now. We're 5 minutes 45.
You don't remember Ilya Dragunov? He had a run as the NXT whatever UK champion. He had a really great rivalry with Gunther back when he was Walter.
5 seconds, nearing the 6-minute mark. As the Bounty Hunters continue pretty well in control.
You think the
of the
Impact
match, as they have been
Zone?
most of the way.
Yeah, very dominant over the young team of Price and Maley. Uh-oh. There's that Hangman.
Referee trying to get Tom Maley back out. Oh, the other Bounty Hunter off the rope.
Like Walter had been the champ, I think, for like years, literally, like, or a long, long time. He had that title, and then Ilya Dragunov was the one that finally beat him.
There's a cover now by Jerry Novak. It's it. Oh. Jerry.
I just don't know what they would do with him. Like, I guess just like he's like like Gohog said, bring him out, have him lose in his first match like they always do, and then just, you know, maybe have him wrestle Jay White, and then we never see him again.
The Bounty Hunters had Price up in the hangman's. And then the
Mark
other one,
Fission.
David Novak, came off that middle rope. Oh. 6 minutes, 24 seconds.
Man, 6 minutes and 24 seconds of tough punishment for Maley and Price. I'll give them this. They never gave it up. They always were in there trying on it. The Bounty Hunters paid it off with that hangman compounded with the other Bounty Hunter, David, coming off the ropes in there. Flipped him right straight over and banged down. Big cover, and that was it. First one, the Bounty Hunters. We got more action coming up. We'll see Wildfire.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I agree. I don't see him as a babyface at all. Unless he's in like a David versus Goliath situation. But he's so, like, I don't know. You can't... He's not a big guy, but he can't really be like a monster heel. He's really good at submissions and shit like that, but I don't even know how you turn what you do with him. I mean, he's clearly a heel, but he can't be like a monster heel, and being a chicken shit heel doesn't really, and then if he's just kind of like a basic heel, then I don't really know what you do with him. I mean, but he has great matches, which I guess the major thing.
Tommy Rich in
for
here.
AEW
Just
anyway.
a moment.
What's John Sluga doing in the Impact Zone? Oh, he's getting a soda at the refreshment stand.
Hi, golly, I'll give you the entire card in just a moment. Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens. Listen to these two bouts. The Bounty Hunters, Jimmy Kent against Tommy Rich, Bill Dundee. The winning team gives the losing team 10 lashes. And then, handsome Jimmy...
Well, why don't they just offer him a bunch of money and have him come in and just wrestle like a specific series of matches and then let him go? Don't sign him for like fucking a year or, multiple years. Just sign him to come in and have the matches and then let him go do whatever and then bring him back in 6 months for a couple more matches or like a surprise appearance, or something like answering an open challenge. I think that's one of my main issues with wrestling right now is that no one ever goes away. Like I feel like when you went from WCW, even when you had WCW and WWF, like they would trade talent, but then some talents would just go away completely. Or if they were used in they went to WCW or vice versa, like they were used very differently wherever they went. And most people weren't watching both products, I feel like now you have a lot of crossover. Like, I guess Cody Rhodes would be an example, though, of what you could do having someone go away, even if they're only going away to AEW. But he went away he did that whole indie tour in Japan and all that kind of stuff, too.
Valiant puts the Southern heavyweight belt on the line against Jerry the King Lawler. More about that in a moment. You know that Rich and Dundee are going to be looking for you with straps.
Lance Russell, they can't even beat us for the belts. How do you expect for them to beat us and want to beat me with the strap? They ain't going to do it. They can't do it, and they won't do it.
Well, we'll be looking for the Bounty Hunters, Jimmy Kent, out there, and we'll also be looking for the fact when Jerry the King Lawler, former long-time holder of that Southern heavyweight belt, takes on Handsome for the big
Lawler, you're a has-been. You're a gimp. That's right, Jack. You used to be what's happening, but right now, Handsome Jimmy and the Snake what's happening. Lawler, you are nothing, Jack, and you don't watch yourself. Instead of breaking your leg, I'm going to break your neck, Jack. You're nothing. You're garbage. Yeah, that's old people's news, Jack. That's old-time news, old-timers. That's people in old people's homes news, Jerry Lawler. This is what's happening now, Handsome Jimmy. Hey, people got off of him. You know something, baby? When Lawler came back, his timing's off, his brain's off, his wheels are off, everything's off. But Handsome Jimmy's on, baby. Straight ahead. How you like Handsome Jimmy's new look? Yeah, pretty, huh? Yeah, don't say it, Lance. That's all I hear. Handsome, you're so pretty. You're so pretty, baby. You're beautiful. What is champagne? The people's champagne. Yeah, dig it. Ooh, monsieur.
Handsome Jimmy Valiant. Jimmy Hart will be out there. The belt will be on the line. You'll be looking for it Tuesday
What's
night.
up, Mac and Cheese? I think he did call him a chimp.
Lawler and Valiant, the Bounty Hunters, and Rich and Dundee, plus many others. Don't miss that action.
Bounty Hunters versus Tommy Rich and Bill Dundee. That'd be good.
About ready to go here with a single match. Referee Jerry Calhoun, everybody.
What are they going to do with Big Bill, though? Like, what's the... I can see it if they bring Enzo back, but, like, Big Bill kind of got carried by Enzo, I feel like, as far as getting over. I don't even know what you do. What do you do with Big Bill?
Well, almost everybody climbing up to the ring. Jimmy Hart and Gypsy Joe wandering around the ring, ringside right now.
True, Jason.
Gypsy Joe challenging some.
Wow, Gypsy Joe versus Tommy Rich. Kind of a dream match.
Fans out there. Let's get him up there in the ring.
As if you don't have enough trouble with Gypsy Joe, you got Jimmy Hart out here with Gypsy Joe. Great. Beautiful, yeah.
This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit.
Out there, look, I can't believe it, man.
One-fall, 15-minute time limit match from...
Forget it.
Never mind, yeah.
Here we go, Gypsy Joe and Tommy Wildfire Rich.
Right, but he's not Undertaker. Like, who cares if you beat... It's a big deal if Jeff Hardy puts up a good fight against The Undertaker, but, like, who cares if you beat Big Bill? You know what I mean?
Joe out there making the noise.
They should have had... They should have let Lesnar put over Big Bill so that he could... get the rub.
With the spectators, and Tommy Wildfire came up and got it started in a hurry, and the referee said, just go ahead and do it to it. Jimmy Hart all the way down the ring by the corner, and the referee Jerry Calhoun, who Hart has been complaining about for months, will be having some things to say, I'm sure, to Hart before it's over with.
Well, I mean, yeah, if they get Enzo back, then that changes everything, because then you're not focused on Big Bill. You just think, oh, here comes the bodyguard to come take, to protect Enzo or whatever. Like, that makes sense. I just don't, Big Bill on his own just seems like a complete dud to me.
Wildfire, Gypsy Joe tying it up. One fall, 15 minutes, good clean break by Tommy. Oh, you believe he's hollering about pulling hair.
Keep Big Bill as a mid-carder? I mean, yeah. If he's just going to be like a gatekeeper job guy, that would be a good part for him.
The string was pulled on that one, boy. He really ripped him over and down with that arm.
I was going to say you could have, well, yeah, but then it would really, it would not be, I don't know, maybe having him lose and then having, like, he's about to, like, give up or whatever, and then Enzo comes back, but then that really makes Bill look weak, but... Big Bill.
Ooh, Gypsy Joe, big chop. Tommy Rich coming firing right back, and there's Hart down again. And Joe going after Tommy, and Tommy not taking a thing. He's giving as good or better than he gets.
He needed to take the edge off for Gypsy Joe.
Tommy Rich able to slip around behind.
What's up, Jeremy?
Behind him there and get Gypsy Joe down to the mat.
What did he do in AEW? Locker room is doing everything they can to stop the Enzo return. Who cares? They should just, who fucking cares about the locker room? This isn't, it's not a family business anymore. Like, it's a bottom line, and like Enzo, Enzo is going to draw some money and get some attention, and will, definitely sell merch for sure. And it's an extremely friendly company now. The people that are in charge of it and their political connections are very friendly to Enzo type individuals. So I don't know what the problem is. I did see that Road Dogg said he couldn't get a job at AEW because of his politics. That is such bullshit. There are so many, like the Bucks, Chris Jericho. I couldn't believe that. I hadn't heard about it. I heard about it on Cornette. I didn't know about it before that. But him blaming the fact that they wouldn't hire him on his politics, come on, dude.
Working that, got the arm back up in a hammer, putting the pressure on.
We got coming up several more matches on Championship Wrestling. We'll be taking a look at...
People got to accept that, like, wrestling isn't like it was back here, where it was like, yeah, the booker sees something in you, so the you know, the money's going to back it. No, this is a corporation. So what if if one of your top salesmen is kind of abrasive and an asshole or has opinions you disagree with? Like, doesn't matter because they're making money. That should be I would think that's going to be the prevailing theory. Unless they think people are going to boycott, and I don't think anybody would boycott. Just like people think like, oh, if people would boycott if Vince came back. No, the WWE audience would love it if Vince came back. They would love it if Enzo came back.
At Eddie Hogan, who is the Big Hulk, Hogan's brother, we'll be looking at Eddie in here going against David Oswald. Great expiration of time match with Valiant.
I'm just saying there are personal issues, though, that don't matter anymore. It doesn't matter if you like the person that you work with. We're not in, you know, Mid-Atlantic anymore. We're in corporate wrestling. If you want to make corporate money, you've got to shut the fuck up while you're at work and deal with the fact that you don't like your coworkers.
Dream Machine against Rick Morton and Eddie Gilbert. Time out.
Lots of conferences between Jimmy Hart and Gypsy Joe.
Hart keeps moving that chair. He's going to be all the way around in Rich's corner before this thing's over with. Head scissors. Tommy Rich holding Gypsy Joe. Gypsy pulled up in the air.
Right. Even back in the mid-2000s when he was still in the Indies and hadn't even gone to NXT yet, even the people in the crowd disliked Punk. Like, nobody liked him as a person, but it was undeniable that, like, he was going to be a money draw. Like, especially in a situation like now where everything is just completely bottom line oriented. They got to bring him back if they think they can make money.
Driven down into the mat. Nice move by Tommy.
His second run will be garbage. It'll just probably be like a nostalgia run, sell a bunch of t-shirts.
2.5 minutes gone. All up at action.
Calhoun asking, you want to give it up, Joe? That's not going to be a likely thing. Underneath the ropes, that is also a good move. Uh-oh, Tommy's in a bad position. He's hooked under the rope. And Gypsy Joe, oh, sit down, Jimmy. That's nice. Rich caught down underneath the rope. Gypsy Joe taking advantage of it. Referee breaking it up twice, and again, Joe going after that throat. And now, Rich out from underneath the rope. Gypsy Joe rips him across the eyes.
Oh my God, 205 Live. That one tournament they did was pretty epic. The big cruiserweight tournament.
It's Gypsy Joe, a tough son of a gun. And Tommy Rich showing he's a pretty tough customer himself, but Joe gets out onto the 1 count. Tommy right back in with a front face lock on the knees. Quick as Joe started to back up, Tommy followed him right out there and hooked that face lock on him. Joe up, though, and plants a knee up alongside the head of Tommy Rich.
You don't think he can shine? Well, I mean, how many... An indie run is hard to say because you walk Cody Rhodes out at an indie show, you got 300 people clapping. It's not going to feel the same as having an arena singing his song. Like, just like the Road Dogg, it looks like shit when he's in an indie show and there's 50 people chanting along with him. I think if you get Enzo out on the big, that's the only real way to test it, is just to see how the crowd reacts. If the crowd gets behind him, then like that's a wrap. It's going to be, he's going to have the energy because the crowd's going to make it happen. But yeah, in indie's hard to say. Plus, he could be half-assing it on the he could not give a shit about the indie show too.
Rich caromed off the top turnbuckle.
Well, I can't go super in depth with the Go Hogs, but I've got a bunch of footage up about it. It's all just we're just in another loop. And Lalo cycles through with the Thorpes every so often.
And right as the 2 count was stolen, the referee did get a break out of it, but not before Joe slipped one in on Tommy Rich.
Gypsy Joe making liberal use of the fist and the chokehold so far.
Yes, sir. Pops Tommy off that top rope, comes right in behind him.
For what? But why are you convinced that the fans are going to be against him? What did he do that made the fans mad? I hear a lot of shit talking from like people on podcasts and stuff, but pretty much anybody who's a fan I've ever talked to, even if they think he's a loser or whatever, they think they acknowledge that he's a good performer and that he would be entertaining to watch. Plus, again, we live in the era of like whatever even like what I said with the fans getting behind him. I guess the real test would just be how many T-shirts does he sell. That's what's gonna get him the check mark from WWE, I think. But yeah, I don't think the fans are that hostile toward him.
Gypsy Joe, Tommy Rich.
No, he's just like a guy who wants to date her, and he in the story, and he keeps coming in, and then they humiliate him, and he leaves, and then he eventually comes back into the territory. He just comes in every once in a while, and he kind of overstayed his welcome this time, I guess.
5 minutes gone.
1 fall, 15-minute time limit bout with Joe and Tommy Rich. Yeah, Jimmy Hart.
The important thing is he's got a catchphrase. He's got something that the crowd can say along with him. And I think that's enough. I think that'll be enough to get him over in modern WWE.
Wildfire done run out of gas. Joe's siphoning him. Not hardly.
You don't think they'll play along? I think the fans will do whatever they're told to. The last few people that are left watching this, the whales that are still pouring money and time into it, I think they're just going to take whatever they're given, I don't see them turning on Enzo. But even if they did, that'd be even better. Then you've got even more media coverage, and then you can have, like, edgelords will buy his shirts.
Lance Russell and Dave Brown with championship wrestling action. We're about 1/3 the way through of the time limit on
But will he be a meaningful difference maker? I don't think so. I think he'll sell merch. He could get a tag team run. But, like, he's not going to save the business or anything. I just think he'd be at least it'd be something interesting on the show.
Match. The referee saying you got a chokehold now, break it up.
I'm ready for all the bloodline just to go away. I want like a 2 years away from the bloodline. Having a Hogan reception.
We're going to have to promote a battle between Hart and referee Jerry Calhoun, man. Hart is on his case constant.
Also, they're going to pay him nothing. You know what I mean? He can't come in and command a bunch of money. I just don't see the downside in it. Even if he did crash and burn, they're going to offer him so little. Just have him come in with big cash and if he flops, just have him put over every tag team, and then have him go to NXT and put over a couple of their tag teams and then release them.
And I think the referee does a admirable job of
OG soft shirts,
of it, but he just every now and then gets fed up with the big mouth that Jimmy lays on him.
It's not a prostitution thing. It's a father and daughter who come out of a very their streaming career basically brought the fractures within their family to the surface. It's been like a 2-year process on the divorce. They've had they do collabs with people. There's a lot going on.
Gypsy Joe applying the pressure.
The Saudis.
Tommy's head bent over and leaning on it from one side. Question is he on the throat? He still looks like he is now. He's jerked back off the feet, but look at Rich.
What's up, Dave's channel? I will say this, though. If you go pretty much anywhere else to get the Thorpe story, you get a much different version. I see them much differently than pretty much everybody else who covers them.
Battling, trying to get out of it. He's up, elbow. following into the corner. Whips Joe across the ring. Another elbow.
He doesn't do that.
Gypsy.
He does not do that.
Has run out of a little gas himself.
He fell into the ropes and then right off the apron down on the floor. Look out, he's crawling.
Lalo is a gay man. I don't know. I'm not going to directly disagree with it because I don't know that for sure.
Around under the ring.
I feel like Lalo has shown the most interest in Grace over Ben compared to any of the other potential suitors who seem to only be interested in Ben.
Crowd hollering to Tommy. Look out for him. He's underneath the ring. Jimmy Hart. Yeah, it didn't work. As soon as he came up, Rich got a hold of him. Hammered his head right into the ring post. Give an assist to our studio audience on Championship Wrestling there, Dave.
Right.
I like right where I'm at. I'm on the battlefield. I can observe everything from a close perspective, but I'm not, I'm not exchanging fire with them.
Now, Jimmy Hart was trying to convince Tommy that Joe was still over here on this side, saying, come on up, Gypsy Joe, come on, Joe.
Come on, Joe.
While Joe was begging for mercy to try
Eric
to get Tommy
McHenry
Rich
style
to lower
Ananje.
his guard. Tommy came in, nailed him, drops on him, but a 1 count's all he can get.
7.5 minutes gone, so we're halfway through the time limit.
Front face.
They all do. All of them. All of them want, they don't want to be with Grace. They want to become Ben. That's the important part for them. They want to prove themselves to him, be validated by him, and get his seal of approval. Like, that's what they all do. Some of them have been doing it for like almost 4 years, I think.
Facelock going for a suplex. Tommy slipped in behind him, rushes into the rope, but Joe held. And look at Rich, flying press, beauty. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Somebody say fired up about winning with a Thez press.
I love that series.
Oh, some kind of balance Tommy Rich has, boy.
Hey, Dave, we watched a clip at the beginning of the stream. Yesterday, they dedicated a road, part of Homer Street, to Jerry the King Lawler.
Just gave a fast count. 1, 2, 3.
He didn't give any fast counts, Jimmy. Blaming it on the referee instead of putting it where it is. Yeah. Another cheap win. Great move.
Yeah,
Tommy
fantastic.
rushing him in, but Joe held on to it, and Joe popped him back off, and Tommy right back over in the somersault up, caught him coming.
I clipped that. It's in my archive. I wouldn't have to sneak about it.
Off, great flying press. Beautiful move.
7 minutes, 54 seconds.
7 minutes, 54 seconds. Wildfire comes through with a victory over Gypsy Joe and a doggone good win, and we're going to be back with more wrestling action for you in just a moment.
Every time ATF Media lies about my parasocial relationship with Grace Thorpe, I'm delaying Hee Haw by 1 week. And then I'll start delaying other non-Boit shows by a week until we get to nothing but Boit. And then I'll start trimming Boit down until we're back to just being a Thorpe channel. Did you see the street naming? They had some funny people out for it. They had that Superman guy. Yeah, what was that one guy? Oh, the guy that looked like Jedi Rich.
Ice Follies and Holiday on Ice is coming to Louisville Gardens Friday, February 20th through Sunday, March 1st. Wave TV3 and Oxmoor Center invite you to enjoy opening night for a special price.
I like how ATF watches all the Thorpe videos, but then acts like he doesn't like them. He's detailing all these specific references to very deep cut clips.
$2 off all tickets. Pick up your discount coupons at any of the 80 Oxmoor Center stores and redeem them at Louisville Gardens box office. See all the gang from Sesame Street and dazzling skating spectaculars at a special price. $2 off all tickets. It's Wave TV3's and Oxmoor's family night at the Ice Follies and Holiday on Ice.
Oh, of course.
Join
Go
us
Hogs.
at 8 Louisville Gardens Friday, February 20th.
We know the times are tough. To save
Oh, 2 minutes? Give me a break. You know all the lore. You quote it all the time.
Well, you can get it now. At Renko, we can show you how. Like craft your style, why wait a while? When you can get it now. At Renko, you can get it now.
See the white pages for your nearest Remco store.
Pick a city, hack a city, or a city, chug a city. Pick a city, what you're looking for, a city, flavor taste, chug a city, you'll love a city.
Falls City starts out with only the best natural ingredients. Then Extra Care in Brewing gives you today's light body.
Unfortunately, all the good content is unavailable publicly. The Thorpes took down all the 2024 content pretty much, and that was the golden era. The new stuff is like reality TV levels of suspension of disbelief. I think some of it's entertaining, but the bulk, like raw footage wise, of the really good stuff isn't available publicly.
Beer with full flavored taste, so come on in.
All City beer.
The people at Pro Bowl know that two bowlers are more fun.
If you want like a primer on catching up with it, I did a series called Endless Summer earlier this year, where I went over like the major events of 2024. I feel like I covered like their golden era to me.
Fun than one. That's why they're offering their 2-for-1 matinee weekdays from noon till 6. Two people can bowl for the price of one. For each game at the regular price, your friend bowls one free. Pay regular price for shoe rental and your friend's shoes are free. Pay regular price for a regular size soft drink or coffee and your friend's drink is free. Pro Bowl's 2-for-1 matinee only on weekdays and only at Pro Bowl in PRP, Fern Valley at Old Chef, and in Middletown. Bring a friend. It's twice the fun at half the cost.
Plenty of interesting action yet to come on Championship Wrestling Day. We still got the first time that we'll have it on Championship Wrestling, and I trust.
Yeah, if you can't find it, search for Endless Summer Remembering Thorpe TV.
It'll be Austin Idol's Heartthrob song that's been done about him in there. Plus the fact we've got a match that'll have Handsome Jimmy and the Dream Machine teaming together to go against Rick Morton and Eddie Gilbert. That'll be a doggone good expiration of time match. I'll tell you another good one. Lawler's faced a lot of tough battles.
I would love to go
the
bowling.
Wild Bull of Pampa, Texas. Big 290-pound Ron Bass. We have some of the highlights. Man, watch this action. You want to see a tough bout. Lawler will remember this, and Bass even more so. Let's take a look.
For the main event of the evening. Coming to the
What's up,
ring
Ronald?
now, ladies and gentlemen, a wrestler who formerly held the CWA World Heavyweight crown.
Like, if you go to a bowling alley now, though, like, back in the day when you went to the bowling alley, it was always, like, a bunch of people there. Do you think a lot of people still go bowling or no?
He was the longtime holder of the AWA Southern Heavyweight title, as well as the Southern Tag Team co-holder. Coming to the ring, Jerry the King.
My bowling ball is custom made. It's got Grace's shoe from her Hooplandia trip inside the ball.
Lawler!
I loved bowling back in the day.
His opponent in this feature main event tonight has been secured by manager Jimmy Hart. Coming to the ring, one of the top 10 rated managers in the world of professional wrestling, Jimmy Hart. Without... He must going to be wrestling by himself.
Come here, Russell. Read this, man.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the man who held the Southern Heavyweight Championship without a loss for 7
I don't ever see anybody anywhere. Like, honestly, like, even at the grocery store, I hardly ever see anybody. And the only time I ever see people is at night, if I go out late at night. And that's because, like, the high schoolers or whoever, college kids will, like, there'll be hundreds of them at, like, a gas station. But otherwise, I don't see too many people out doing anything.
Consecutive months, the man that Jerry Lawler ducked and dodged.
Come on, read it, man. Don't sit up there blowing.
Ducked and dodged during that period of time because Lawler was afraid of getting his brains beat out. The man who currently holds the New York State championship. Well, this is the man, the Jimmy Hart.
He never says this stuff whenever Ben's in here, Daninsky. I don't think he's got the testicular fortitude to speak up to Big Ben like that.
Is brought in to try to do in Jerry the King Lawler. Hart at ringside as Lawler is dwarfed. Big, rough, and mean wrestler uses a bulldog. Is whipped in by Ron Bass. He's got a man here that can hurt him quick. Lawler ducks under one and scores his first.
I don't stop and talk to him unless I've got to get gas, and then I don't think nothing. I don't think they've ever talked to me the few times I've gotten gas during that, and nobody would. They didn't like surround my car or something. Like, you know, they were just hanging out in the parking lot. Just like a lot of people though, or like always people coming and going from it.
Big lick. Lawler blocks the right hand. Snaps those.
Very Ben Thorpe coded comment to make ATF.
Punches back at him and puts Bass down. And a whip. Ooh, big elbow. And a large one takes another from Lawler. One, and there's Hart. He fell out on the floor.
Alt Warlock. Is that Ruby?
And there goes Lawler out on the floor over by Hart.
Get him, Jimmy.
Hart kicking him in the back. Hart into it with one of the wrestling fans. Bass grabs Lawler, bounces him right down into that chair on the floor. Hart trying to rub it in.
ATF's the guy who, like at lunch, wants everyone to only speak about the topic he wants to speak about.
On a timer stage.
How dare we watch TV shows and discuss them?
Into the front row. Bass slammed him in there.
Within a year?
And Bass nails him with a chair. Boy,
how long can it go, really?
No disqualification, right to Hart. He pounded Lawler right on top of the head with that chair. And Lawler maybe, now there he comes. He was down, but not out.
Come on, Paul.
We're coming up on 8 minutes of wrestling action on Lawler. But if Lawler can beat Bass, Lawler gets to whip Hart. And again, with that metal chair, Lawler is nailed and decked. Reverse neckbreaker.
Well, what happened there?
Down Lawler goes.
You watched a video about people who make shitty AI country music? One of the people looked just like Ruby. I wonder if she makes the stuff the heathen listens to.
As that atomic knee drop.
Did you guys see they're changing the monetization? They're doubling the hours you have to get. If you do long form, you have to get 8,000 hours, 8,000 watch hours. And then if you do shorts, you have to get, I think, 20 million views in 90 days. I wonder if the short thing is because of all the I don't know why they allow you to monetize AI content. Like if you want to have a thumbnail or a little part of your show, like maybe at the end of the show you want to make funny pictures with your audience or something, or if you want to have an AI song at the beginning of your thing. But like if even a substantial amount of it is Gen AI, I don't know why they let you monetize on here anyway.
One of the great trademarks of the king, that ability to take punishment and recuperate.
Also, if they're going to make a change like that and increase it to 8,000 watch hours, like whoever's in that, if they're going to set the bar at that point, like whoever is there, whoever meets it, like they should push those, you know what I mean? They should really help those people get into the algorithm.
And swinging at him. Lawler trying to shake it off. Gets that adrenaline going. Hart saying, finish him, finish him. I don't know what he thinks Bass's been trying to do.
Yeah, we just watched that video too, Chris Davis, earlier in the stream. And they had that big ATF really like the Superman guy.
Bass receiving the fury of the king. Boy, he is earning the blood money that Hart paid him as Lawler pounds him with about 6 straight rights.
Did you see, Jeremy, too, that there were like, they had that one fake like AI woman who was doing all the like conservative stuff and got like to some crazy amount of follows. And then I also saw that I watched a video a while back about people having like AI to try to sell like junk, you know, junk drop ship stuff by saying like, oh, having a video where somebody's rude to them or something, you know, and doesn't want to buy their shit.
And another. Hart having a fit. Lawler from the second rope.
Oh, wow.
Flies out there and nails Bass. That's going to be it. Lawler from the second rope. Flies out there.
I thought he did the headbutt.
Bass. That's going to be it. 13:37. Jerry Lawler the winner.
You think that was not some kind of a contest? Big Ron Bass.
I don't even have, yeah, exactly. Like, I think especially if you're a small creator, there's stuff you can do with it. And I think that you should also, like, some of the stuff is just fun, like making songs with your viewers or making funny pictures with your viewers. But I think if you're like especially if you're like a latchkey operation where it's just like AI content, a complete, you know, just AI music put on, like, I don't have an issue with it being on. I just question why it would be monetized, because you can't copyright it, so people could just upload it to their own. Although I did get a copyright claim one time from an AI song, which I immediately deleted completely out of the video.
The Wild Bull of Pampa, Texas, in there against the King. Okay, we're ready to go back to the ring right now. We got some action coming up. I haven't seen him in quite some time. Big, strong, well-built young man climbing in the ring now. Eddie Hogan, and his opponent is going to be David Oswald. Dave, how about the official announcement?
It's 1 fall, 15 minutes.
Or just like make a separate, and I know the answer is not, but I do think there are people who want to consume AI content. But just like having a section, like being able to just hit a switch and say, you know, I want to see people who are primarily human creators. I don't know.
Time limit match, 222 pounds.
I don't know how you enforce
Arkansas.
it.
David Oswald on the left of your screen, and on the right of your screen from Tampa, Florida, 250 pounds, Eddie Hogan. 1 fall, 15 minute time
Good old
limit match.
EH.
Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, Calhoun set and ready, gives the instructions. Final ones, and we're off and running, David, with David Oswald going against Eddie Hogan. Eddie Hogan.
The other thing that pisses me off is when it's somebody like Eric Bischoff, who is beyond wealthy and who is on cruise control on his podcast. If he can't take 2 seconds to look in the camera and make a face and send it to Conrad, that we need to have like the most obvious AI thumbnails that look nothing like the host of the show or whatever. You know what I mean? I just think if you've got more than enough money, I'm not even saying you have to do it good, but just like that kind of rubs me the wrong way too.
Back in the area,
because like if I had the money, believe I would have hired a fucking house band to make that song about the heathen. I had to settle for AI or I couldn't do it at all. But like the people that have the money and then don't want to do it, it just doesn't make sense to me. And again, all he would have to do is look into his webcam, make a funny face and send it to Conrad. Or like Dutch Mantel, he just recycles the same. He has like a certain face for however he's reacting in the videos, like an angry face or a shocked face. They should just do that.
Brother of the Big Hulk.
Oh, what a massive guy he is, dude. Eddie's a big fella, but man, nothing like his
AI Gooner content. What a nightmare. Don't even bring it up. I am constantly like second guessing myself on anything that's in the shorts feed. I'm always like, is this AI?
Oswald.
I'm like, please, Flora, don't be AI.
Got the headlock. Hogan, just takes him over and gently places him on the top turnbuckle. Pats him on the head.
It was about as much embarrassment as anything else.
Yeah,
Dave.
Yeah. Crowd getting on him a little bit. He's got a bit upset. Oswald fired a right hand. Eddie Hogan.
It's just insulting, don't you think so? To go to a place like Eric Bischoff where he's part of this multi-million-dollar network. He's rich himself. Conrad Thompson is rich. Not only do they not really care enough to make a quality product, it's filled with constant AdSense ads. On top of that, there are constant in-video ads that you cannot skip. Even if you're a member, you have to sit through them. And then on top of that, they're saying like, you know what? Fuck these people. We're not even going to make a thumbnail for these dipshits. I'm not even going to take just a lazy screenshot. That's what I do. But like, I'm not even just going to take a lazy screenshot. I'm just going to make a picture of Eric Bischoff on a roller coaster.
Jody, he had one too.
What's up, Bob Brown?
Hogan with the forearm that time.
But then again, like commissioning art, that's a nightmare now, right? Unless you know the person really well. Like I just assume all art is AI now. Like it's hard not to, you know.
Oswald into the rope. He body slams him.
Thank you, Bob Brown. I appreciate that, man.
He got it. Count of three.
Eric Bischoff is broke. He ain't broke living on a ranch in Wyoming. You know what I mean? That ain't broke. He's got money. He just don't want to give it up.
9 seconds, and Eddie Hogan. Ooh,
you see that move on the leg when David was getting ready to...
I think that's cope also, because I've seen him ignore like hundreds of dollars in donations in super chats and not even blink an eye, not thank anybody. If he was really grubbing for the money, he'd be like Vince Russo, man. Vince Russo would be like, thanks for the $1, bro. Thank you, man. This is my job.
To get him together to kick out on a thing, he had him crotched up in there, and he moved that leg in there where he couldn't get any kick on the thing. And finally ended up getting, you better believe, good move. Eddie Hogan.
Right, but I'm saying in my opinion, if you can live where he lives on that plot of land and in that house, you're not broke. You are terrible with your finances, in which case that's nobody's fault but your own. Like he could downsize or liquidate whatever, and whatever, you know what I mean? Like you have to make so much money from this podcast that hardly anybody watches to pay your bills for this gigantic Wyoming thing, and he's also telling everybody that real All-American whatever is doing great, and use his code on the website to save on the cards.
We've seen Eddie about a year or a little bit or something like that. And David Oswald, let me tell you, this guy has been coming on so strong. That's a doggone good win for Eddie Hogan over Oswald.
He also brags all the time about his residuals that he gets from WWF, from the NWO stuff.
Paul, who's put on a lot of weight and he's gotten a lot of experience, but he goes down. He had it in his mind exactly what he's going to do. He's going to wait till about that 2 and kick out on the thing.
I would just think you can do stuff that's much cooler if you have the money to get a real artist. I mean, AI can do a lot, but it can't, in my opinion, still can't replicate like the human touch. And I would just think you would want to represent your brand. You would want to.
But as he started to move, there wasn't any place to move.
Okay, so here's where the sound goes way down. Yeah, unfortunately, like, this is as loud as I can get it to go. But I thought we should, if it's really low, but I thought you'd at least want to see this scene, even if we can't hear it very well. Hold on. I wish the volume worked on this. Can you hear it at all? Pal. Right, I would think the only reason you would want to use it is if it was for something that was completely disposable, like let's make a picture of the heathen being carried off by Amazon delivery drones, or like you just didn't have you just don't have the resources, or you don't have the artistic abilities to do something. I would think those are the only ways you would want to use it from like from a business perspective. But certainly if you have money and resources, I would think you'd want to. Don't you feel like that's almost like a flex to say like all of our in-house artwork is done by real artists? I think that's like a flex for a company at this point. It might be Mr. 1000 Cent. I didn't know the volume in this one was fucked up until I went in to get the thumbnail. But I at least wanted to watch this part, and then we can skip to the next episode, because the volume is just so fucking low. Wow, what's that guy doing? Yeah, I'm not gonna go through all that, Mr. 1000 Cent. It'll probably get replayed on future episodes for sure. But just in case. Conrad is fun to troll though. All right, let me hold on. I got to adjust this stuff. We'll skip ahead. Okay. Let's hope this is, hopefully we're back to normal here. This one is February 15th, 1981. Oh my God, are you serious? Let me see if I can find another copy of this. Why is the audio so low? CWA, February 15th, 1981. The one at Retro Wrestling Archive is really low as well. There's another copy of it, but it's like even worse. All right, well, let's skip ahead. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Some bad news and some good news. The bad news, of course, you know that I signed Wayne Ferris to a contract recently. Yeah, I know.
Oh man, it's Dutch too. Well, I don't know what to do. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Recorded on SLO on the VCR. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if it gets any louder. Well, let's try again. Well, this might be the lowest. This is the lowest one yet. Oh my God. Are we just like completely fucked on the Memphis for like the rest of 81 or what?
Okay, I think we're about ready to go. Let's get up to the ring and we'll have the official introduction.
All right, well, we had to move forward to March 28th, 1981, but it sounds like this one is back on track.
Our opening bout on Championship Wrestling. Davey?
A one-fall, 15-minute time limit match, and introducing at a total of 474 pounds on
Oh, Big Red. Nice.
of your screen from Portland, Oregon, the Angel. From Romania, Gypsy Joe, and going against him, total weight of 561 pounds. From Lexington, Tennessee, Eddie Gilbert, and from Atlanta, Big Red Reese. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Your referees, Paul Morton.
Interesting pairing of Gilbert and Big Red in there, Dave. We've got really the long and the short of the whole situation in there, with Big Red as large as he is. Eddie Gilbert as fine an athlete and as fast as he is. Good match. Here it goes. Well done.
Eddie Gilbert starts for his team against the Big Angel out of Portland, Oregon. Angel back at Eddie onto the ropes. Referee Paul Morton right there. The Angel assures him that he has no intentions other than ice break. Eddie Gilbert moving him around.
Yeah, I think his dad is still wrestling in the territory right now, too.
Eddie.
Nice.
The headlock, hangs on to it, but the Angel drops him to the mat, has the shoulders down briefly. Off the rope. right into the drop kick. Eddie takes him down. Angel rolls the shoulders over as he reverses. Count of 2 he got on him that time. Angel back to the corner, makes the tag on his partner, Gypsy Joe. Think of the rope. Eddie with the shoulder block puts him down. Into the rope again. Tucks under a fist thrown by Gypsy Joe. Comes back with a right hand of his own. Minute 25 seconds gone. Opening match action. By Gypsy Joe. Comes back with a right hand of his own. Minute 25 seconds gone. Opening match action. 1 fall, 15-minute time limit.
I got your partner?
Eddie Gilbert working that headlock against Gypsy Joe. Joe forces his way out on it. Eddie, leg drop, puts him down. Joe trying to get the tag on the Angel, but Eddie grabbed his arm, prevented the tag from being made. Good heads-up wrestling from Eddie Gilbert. Oh, Eddie into the ropes, and the Angel right there slugs him from outside. Well, the tag's been made, so Gypsy Joe steps out onto the apron. The Angel with a backdrop on Eddie. Follows with a cover. 1. Down to 1. Eddie Gilbert still in there. Eddie whipped into the rope. Backdrop and a cover.
I'm trying to, did you have to, how did it, would it record what the volume you had the TV set on?
Cover by the Angel. Down to 2 again, and Eddie Gilbert still alive. Here's Gypsy Joe.
Or do you think that is just like tape degradation or something?
Joe is choking Eddie Gilbert. We can see it from this angle. Got that right hand wrapped around his throat. Eddie hooks him down. Gets a 2 count on Gypsy Joe. Only a count of 2. Gypsy Joe, the rugged Romanian, steps out. And here's the Angel. Backbreaker, across the knee. Count is 1. Only a 1 count. Boy, I thought maybe he had him there. Eddie, body slam. The Angel gets the tag on Gypsy Joe. Eddie's been in
Because I was thinking you could shut the TV off.
all the way. 3 minutes, 15 seconds gone. Oh, the Angel, he's thrilled. Well, we got it in control. Eddie Gilbert battling away. Well, the Angel steps in with that big forearm.
Or maybe I'm thinking if you're recording tape, you're dubbing a tape.
Eddie's a long way away from Big Red over there, Dave.
Long way to go to get to that tag. Big Red wants to step in there so bad he don't know what to do, but he's staying out. No tag been made. Eddie Gilbert, oh, taking a shot there from Gypsy Joe. Into the boot of the Big Angel over in the corner. Angel with Eddie Gilbert in the air, body slams him. Doesn't go for a cover this time. Picks him up by the hair. Makes the tag on Gypsy Joe. Joe and the Angel, frequent tags during the match. Eddie's been in there all the way, and we're now at 4.5 minutes of the action. Eddie up in the air, look out, suplex by Gypsy Joe. Count of 1. But it's a 1 count. Eddie Gilbert breaks it.
Come on, Eddie.
Eddie,
Here comes Big Red.
Tag, here comes Big Red. Big Red, 355 pounds, and look at him move the Angel and Gypsy Joe around the ring. A body slam, and Big Red just took him right down to the mat.
We got it.
The Holy Ghost Splash by Big Red. Count is 3, and that's it.
Big Red took him a while before he got in there.
Big Red is the best.
But when he didn't take him long, less than a minute, to wrap it up for his team, the win over Gypsy Joe and the Angel. And the Angel is saying to the referee, did you see what he did? Yeah. Well, I don't know if Gypsy Joe saw it, but he felt it. When the splash hit.
Oh, yeah, that and that power slam that he used on it.
Followed him right down.
As big as he is, woo, what a match.
5-12.
The Angel a little bit ago was saying, we got him now, we got him now. He can't say it. All over with in 5 minutes and 12 seconds as Big Red came in there. Oh.
It's been forever since I've recorded anything on VHS. Because by the time I had like a expendable income, I was like DVDs were on their way in. I remember doing some wrestling stuff. I recorded the pay-per-views all on VHS, like during the Attitude Era. But then like a little bit after that, once I got into the indie stuff, a lot of them were already putting out DVDs. Or I know like IWA Mid-South had a bunch of shows that were on VHS that hadn't been put on DVD yet, too.
All right. The Angel saying there'll be another day. There may be, but this one went to Big Red and Eddie Gilbert. We got more wrestling action. Stay right where you are.
Or like wrestlers would have tapes on their merch table that like was a collection of their, best indie matches you could buy.
Our great match coming up in just a moment.
You may have seen it in the
World Heavyweight Champ.
Red Man Plug.
You may have seen it in the
World Heavyweight Champ Jack Briscoe, Jerry the King Lawler. We've seen some classic matchups when Briscoe was the World Heavyweight Champion in there. They got together in Memphis, Tennessee at the Mid-South Coliseum a little bit ago. It wasn't the best wrestling match,
but it was
one of the doggonedest fights I've seen in a long time. Let's take a look at it.
Jimmy Hart sparing no expense trying to take down Jerry Lawler, bringing in Briscoe. What's up, Scott? Edibles smile, Dave Brown. He got like an Alfred E. Newman smile, Dave. You used to go to the shows? Or you see him outside the building? That's awesome, Pinna Bishop.
Jack Briscoe grabbing the leg of Jerry the King Lawler early. Manager Jimmy Hart at ringside giving him the go, go, go. Lawler blasts him as Briscoe holding that leg on a rope. This match, set up by Jimmy Hart, he sent Jack Briscoe a check for $10,000 unsigned. Stipulations were if he could re-break Lawler's leg, he got the signature. If he doesn't, he gets nothing. Briscoe, in a quest to regain his World Heavyweight belt, regardless of any stipulations, cannot afford a loss to Lawler. These two have had some classic confrontations, and
Man,
what a
Briscoe
main event
versus Lawler
on our championship wrestling on this particular program. A right hand to the jaw.
Nope.
Briscoe, a single leg dive, takes Lawler back down, dumps him in the middle of the ring, and hooks that toe hold up on him and leans back on it. Briscoe drops with the elbow. Lawler has got to mount some kind of a move. Lawler may be obsessed with the idea that his leg is going to get rebroken and has forgotten his wrestling ability. Jack misses the knee.
Come on, Tate. Hold it together.
Lawler going after Briscoe. And the crowd saying, break it.
Yeah, the little puncture thing.
Continues to drop with elbows. Briscoe gets to the ropes, and that'll call for a break. Nope. Lawler jerks him off that rope. Briscoe gets him out of it. Shoots a jab. Briscoe knocks him backward, slams it into the ring post again. And a third time, the referee hops out, sends Briscoe back into the ring. Hart whaled him with a walking stick.
What a methodical bastard.
He missed him. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow.
Briscoe was going for the figure.
Oh, I really like that finish.
4. Trey and Lawler. Oh, here he goes. He missed him. 1,
Perfect.
2, 3 and Lawler. Oh, here he goes. He missed him. 1, 2, 3 and Lawler got him. Briscoe was going for the figure 4. Briscoe is going for the figure 4 leg lock. And Hart coming after.
Yeah, Scott, I think he's one of the, like, heavy hitters Jimmy Hart brought through, his bounty hunters to take out Jerry Lawler.
Lawler as Briscoe held him. Lawler ducked. Him with a cane. Nails Briscoe. Briscoe back in the ring. Lawler ready for him, but now he's got to look out for Hart. Hart turned around.
My God, is it 2 out of 3 falls?
And came back. Briscoe going after Lawler.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And Lawler went right back to his favorite, and that's that big right hand.
Yeah.
Oh, they were just fighting more. Okay.
There it was. So Briscoe, for his trouble, got
that like angry stomp that Lawler did was pretty keen.
A poke in the face by the cane of Jimmy Hart.
Whale of a match. We got some more of it coming for you on Championship Wrestling. Don't you dare go away. We'll be back to it in just a moment.
There's more of the...
Quickly, let me tell you, April the 17th, Springfield, Kentucky, Washington County High School, going to be some great championship wrestling action. Now, I got to get into April the 9th, Thursday, right there in Rupp Arena, a Night of Champions. $1 increase in tickets, but my friend, let me tell you, every match is a championship match. And listen to this main...
True, Bob. Look at this hat Jimmy Hart's got on.
...main event. We're going to have a special, no time limit, no disqualification match for the AWA Southern Heavyweight title when the former world's champion, Terry Funk, brought in by Jimmy Hart,
will be going against Jerry the King Lawler.
Woo! Lexington, I give you the living legend,
Terry Funk against Jerry Lawler.
Funk.
You know, I'd like to say one thing right now. I understand that some of you people in Lexington, a few of you don't like professional wrestling. Well, there's several people that I don't like in professional wrestling either. And I don't claim to be Cassius Clay, or I don't claim to be Sugar Ray Leonard, or I don't claim to be Stone Hands. I claim to be a whole hell of a lot tougher than what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Lawler...
He doesn't have to say he has hands of stone. That's pussy level thinking.
I'm going to take this fist right here and I'm going to ram it right down his throat. And I can wrestle too if the man wants to wrestle. And so can my brother who's going to be going up against the world's heavyweight champion. So you're going to have both Funks on that card. You're going to have both Funks trying to do what others have tried to do. And we are going to do it because believe me, Lawler, I'm going to take his fist and I'm going to raise it above your head, and I'm going to pound on you, and I'm going to pound on you, and I'm going to pound on you till your brains turn to marshmallows and your eyeballs turn to jello. And anybody else in that arena, I don't care who you are that wants to try me, come on.
Thursday. In his own nice, polite way, Wayne Ferris telling the crowd to shut up.
Wayne Ferris.
Cheer for them. Yeah. Okay, how about the introductions, Davey?
One fall 15-minute time limit match, introducing at a total weight of 441 pounds on the right of your screen. From Knoxville, Tennessee, Ron Sexton. And from Union City, Tennessee, Coco Ware.
Let's go.
Going against him, total weight 400.
Oh, classic. Coco against Honky Tonk Man.
65 pounds from Japan, Tojo Yamamoto. From Memphis, Tennessee, Wayne Ferris, their manager, Jimmy Hart, referee Jerry Calhoun, a one-fall 15-minute time limit match.
You notice Ferris is really hot today. He's just sitting on nasty when he came walking in here, and he's continuing to be that way.
He was sitting on nasty when he came in here.
And Yamamoto, both, of course, Tojo is that way about 99% of the time. Sexton climbing out, Coco staying in, and on this side of the ring.
This is going to be lit as fuck.
I don't know who. Looks like it'll be Ferris starting out. All right, ready for the bell time? Here we go, bell time. Ferris starting out against Coco.
Yes, Coco and Honky starting it out.
Wayne Ferris, Coco Ware. Coco Ware, former...
Gary Busey? I don't think so.
Wayne Ferris.
Not that I remember.
Referee Jerry Calhoun stepped in between them there. Both keep the hands open. Nice move. Boy, Ferris jumps to his feet and immediately screams he was fouled.
Come on, Coco.
Coco with a headlock. Back onto the ropes, so very close to Tojo Yamamoto. As a matter of fact, right in front of Tojo Yamamoto. Tojo pops him from outside. Coco. Being worked on back in the corner. Boy, he came firing out of there with a right hand one time, though. Slammed into the turnbuckle. Ferris makes the tag. He holds Coco up while Tojo hits him with a chop.
Two of my favorites from when I was a kid. Coco is the only beneath like Hogan and Terry Funk to me. He's one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, when he was with the guy from the Moondogs, I think. We watched that match. But it's earlier on. I think it's in like the late 70s. Right? I think we did a mini look at this. There was like a sequel one too. But yeah, we watched the first one, but I don't think we ever saw we didn't see the second one. Gary Busey and Nick Nolte.
Makes a tag on Wayne Ferris. Ferris with a boot to the midsection. Ferris choking Coco back on the ropes. Referee's talking to him about that. Meanwhile, Tojo down the apron grabs him. 2 minutes gone in a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Ferris going to whip Coco into the turnbuckles. Coco reversed him, but then went into that corner too quick. Ferris was waiting with the knee lift. He put Coco down to the mat. Tag made, and here comes Tojo Yamamoto. What a chop he let him have. Tojo continuing to chop. Coco trying to fight his way over to the corner. Get the tag on partner Ron Sexton, but he could not make it. Tojo grabbed him and threw him back before he could get to the...
Where's Dave's channel to make some comments about Ron Sexton?
Here's Ferris in now. Tojo literally being run out of the ring by referee Jerry Calhoun. We are coming up on the 3-minute mark, very close to 3 minutes.
Oh, there we go. Come on, Coco.
Coco Ware in there all the way back.
Oh.
Again, he just missed the tag on Ron Sexton. Coco in with a chop. Wayne Ferris holding Coco up from outside. Coco throwing the right, trying to get to the corner, get that tag on his partner, but Tojo successful in keeping him away from the tag.
This is stressing me out.
Ferris with Coco in the air, body slam. Ferris going to drop with the arm, but Coco moved. There's the tag. And Ron Sexton.
Come on, Ron.
Rip Ferris into the turnbuckles. Goes after Tojo. Into the corner after Ferris. Drags him out of the ring. And a cover. 1. Down to 2. Ron Sexton right back into action.
He's already teamed with him. I don't know if he teams up with him again at some point, but they've had a run, at least one run in Memphis prior to this.
Action. Off those ropes. Oh, tripped up by Tojo from outside. Ferris drops down with the arm. Tags Tojo. Sexton had it going until
just in the, like, it was kind of sporadic through the late 70s, early 80s on if the episodes are available in the condition or whatever, but we've seen some incredible stuff, like, just from the late 70s until now, like the Freebirds coming in and doing the gimmick where they hide Michael Hayes' face. Saw Lou Thez wrestle. Hogan's already been through, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because then we saw the one where, I don't remember who it was, somebody came out and just attacked Brutus Beefcake and, like, bloodied him up real bad. And then the next week, Lance Russell interviewed him about it and, like, completely rubbed it in, like, that he got the brakes beat off of him.
Was tripped by Tojo. Tojo with a chop. Goes for the cover. Count 2, 3. Coco there to try to rescue him, but just a little bit too late. The 3 count had fallen.
He got there on the 3 count. He didn't get him off of him quite in time. He did get the 1, 2, 3 on the shoulders. So Sexton is pinned, but not before stunning both Ferris and Tojo in there. And a real good burst, and it was Yamamoto from the outside. When he was whipped in, bang, he got his foot and dumped him right on his face in there, Dave.
That was it. 4 minutes, 31 seconds. The time.
4:31 the time, and Ferris and Yamamoto put another win in the record book. I would put an asterisk by it myself. But
Oh,
that's
come
nothing
on.
unusual for anybody that Jimmy
This
Hart.
guy, man. Lance, come on, dude. Coco Ware was in the ring illegally and interfering with a pinfall, and Lance like, oh, I think there should be an asterisk next to that.
In
Give
the
me
corner with.
a break.
We got more wrestling action, and we're going to be back to it right after we take time out for this.
Team action. As a matter of fact, it was a CWA World Tag Title match. It occurred at Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky.
The
It was the
Kisser.
superstar. Bill
Oh, I
Dundee
think I
and
remember
Wildfire
that.
Tommy Rich.
I've never seen it, but I think I remember maybe Honky Tonk Man talking about it in one of the shoot interviews.
To take the belts away from Austin Idol and Dutch
The
Mantell.
kisser.
Let's go back to Rupp Arena in Lexington. Here's what happened.
Okay, we're ready for it. Bell time, and the CWA World Tag Title match is underway. The challengers, Tommy Wildfire Rich, Bill Superstar Dundee against
Old Wildfire. Somebody say fired up. And Bill Dundee against...
Dirty Dutch Mantell and Austin Idol.
Oh, wow. What a matchup. Old Wildfire and Bill Dundee against Dirty Dutch and Austin Idol. What a match.
World's champion.
Oh, my
Dundee
Lord.
and Mantell starting it out. About a 24-pound weight advantage for the team of Mantell and Idol. That is not going to be any factor in it. But boy, what a scrap this one should be. Dundee into a standing side headlock with Mantell. Dutch, very quick. He will match Billy's speed.
Honky's great.
And a big shoulder takes some of that steam out. As he went for that hip toss, Dundee reversed it on him, went back. Idol trying to say he pulled a hair. Here comes Tommy Wildfire in.
Bob Brown, does your question have anything to do with the number of or lack thereof national titles Mr. Dundee has won?
They'll make 2 tags next time. Rich takes over from Dundee. Hart hollering, no, 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 no.
Hell yeah, Dirty Dutch. Dutch Mantell very likely to be inducted into the Fusion Studios Hall of Fame at the end of the year. He's eligible this year.
Rich into the ropes. Underneath Mantell's elbow. Catches the Dutchman. Right over with the arm drag into a bar. A beauty.
He really... I could listen to him talk about anything. I just think everything he says is funny. Remember when he got into like the little rivalry with King Kong Bundy, and they were like shooting at each other in the interviews, but like Honky Tonk Man was accusing King Kong Bundy of being a bad tipper. And Bundy's like, bad tipper? I never seen Honky pick up a check. Wouldn't even carry his wallet with him.
We join the action with Austin Idol having taken a tag from Mantell in this world title bout. You can just...
Would I put Dutch on the Cornette level? In Memphis, definitely. Like, overall, I feel like Cornette kind of... It just depends on what value you place on Puerto Rico and the territories, but like Cornette became like a national star, but you know, they were both great bookers. Dutch did is, I think a lot of people say he's mostly responsible for like the resurgence of women's wrestling, or the whatever the, you know, the emphasis on it.
Feel the tension in it.
But I think Cornette is just like a little bit in normie world, he's like probably a little bit higher than Dutch, but like I just think if you're like a, you know, diehard fan, I feel like they're probably pretty equal.
Rich and Idol in the ring now. Mantell and Dundee at the moment in their corners. Idol going for a single lathe. Tommy pulls it back.
Catch a Velcro.
And Idol spins off of it right back up to his feet. Tied up, center of the ring. And down they go. Rich hot about the hair pulling by Idol. Austin Idol, 242, Las Vegas.
He just seems like he'd be a good guy to have around. It seems like he has a really good mind for the business, in and out of the ring. He knows storylines. He knows finishes.
Classic body. Caught in the side headlock by Rich.
Well, I mean, we're talking about a real NWA champion, not like when the belt had lost all of its luster whenever Ronnie Garvin was gifted it as a welfare so as a welfare payment. Old Wildfire was an NWA champion when it meant something, ATF.
Big body slam. Tag on the superstar. The little Aussie with a forearm. Mares Idol over and goes into a headlock on the mat. Referee Thomas Marlin. A little better than 3.5 minutes.
What a great finish that was in the Briscoe Lawler match. I'm still thinking about it.
One fall, 60-minute time limit, so ample time. Referee sends Mantell back to the corner.
It was perfect. It gave Lawler like complete clean victory, but like did nothing to diminish Briscoe. That was great.
As Dundee holds on to a side headlock on Idol. Austin coming up to his feet where he's got a better advantage with his
Beers
height.
over Dutch. I'm thinking I was thinking De Beers, Dutch, and the original rock and roll tag team, Maniac Mike and Tommy Lane, the rock and roll RPMs. For the wrestling wing, Vegan Patriot will be the headliner of that class.
Nice leapfrog. And takes him over. Crotches him. Body slam. And the little Aussie going to town.
Crotch him.
Idol caught in the corner with Rich.
He's in the wrong part of town.
Dundee.
Oh no. What a predicament.
Mantell takes a shot at Dundee. Back into the ropes. And Dundee caught with the upper arm. And Dutch backdropped as he comes after Dundee. Body slam. And the superstar tags out to Rich. Great move. Big drop kick. Rich is ready. Mantell on the deck, Idol on the ring apron, and Tommy Rich standing
And
waiting.
then I think I know a lot of people will push strong for Mike Chuddy, but I think the primetime wing should probably be Jeannie Wasung and Reflection. And I think chat said they did not want Dale included in that Hall of Fame induction.
For Mantell, who is the legal man in. Count of 5. He's got 5 to go. No problem. Slides under the ropes. You see Dutch on his knees, boy. He can move on those knees, too. He'll slip out of a hole quicker than you can shake a stick at him. Mantell trying to force Rich into the corner where Idol was. No luck. Tommy a little bigger than Mantell. Oh, and Mantell. Dundee telling him, watch his hands. The referee said, no. Rich blocking him. You got a better look at it than I have. And Dutch scoots away.
She truly
back
is.
to the corner. He watching Rich. Six minutes past, 54 to go. 6 past, 54 to go. Very cautious.
It's already a strong class, but we got to start thinking about Mort. I think Morton Downey. He needs to be in there at some point.
Big stake, the World Tag Titles. And Austin Idol, as Rich was pulled out, he's telling the referee he fell and
It's
grabbed
like
the
shadow
rope.
wrestling.
But he had it so timed that Rich went right through the ropes and hit that concrete floor. Sneaky maneuver by Idol. Rich hurt down on the floor. Bill's still complaining about that sneaky that Austin Idol pulled. He timed it right as Mantell whipped him across the ring. Idol fell more or less, grabbing the rope. He separated him so that Rich, instead of hitting him, went right through him and hit the concrete floor. And Mantell trying to take advantage of him.
Reflection 1.0 slash
Mantell crams him
1.5.
into Idol's foot. The heartthrob using the fist and the elbow. He covers him. No, it's a foot on the ropes. And that
Very relaxing to go through the car wash. Do you think an Uber driver, could you call an Uber and then have them go through a car wash and then just take you home?
will break it up. Mantell tried to kick it off, and Dundee comes right after him. Rich, atomic knee drop.
Oh man, what a sell.
There's a tag on Dundee.
Right into the
Here
sleeper.
comes Mantell. I don't believe he made the tag. Now he did. Dutch coming right in after him.
I would want, though, to, like, specify that if they would have to have a sunroof. You know what I mean? I'd want to be able to, I'd want, like, a full sensory experience of the car wash, including, like, above.
Oh, and Mantell dropped that leg on him.
Oh.
Dundee grabbed a rope, pulled out of the way, and Mantell missed the elbow. Tag on Idol.
Do you think that would disturb people if you sign up for an Uber and you ask them, like, in the little side chat, like, you got a sunroof? Yeah, I want to go. I think it'd be fun to go through a car wash.
Idol body slam on Dundee.
Just have the Uber driver just, you know, go through real slow, and I could drink a cream soda and eat some wrap snacks.
Drops with that knee. He covers him. And he's pushed back off
Sewage
by
plant.
Dundee, but Mantell in, Rich in. Mantell takes over. Dundee caught.
Oh,
Elbow.
man, that looked rough.
Dundee
Oof.
caught. Elbow from Idol. He was bent backward over the knee of Dutch Mantell.
Hey.
Dundee had both feet up over the ropes at the 10-minute mark to save that count. Tries to kick away, but the Dutchman gets him in a front face lock.
What's up, Jason Costa? Hell yeah, Acosta. Hell yeah, dude. I'd get me a, like a Sprecher cream soda, the tall boy can, and then get some Migos sour cream with a dab of ranch. Full-size bag if I can find one. If not, I get the gas station size. And then just be, like, super, you know, connected on the interdimensional levels, you know? and then just have the Uber driver. You could just pay him to. Would he keep going through it, or would that damage his car if you wash your car like 10 or 20 times in a row? You'd be like one more time, pal.
Headbutt. Dutch really got him that time. He nailed him. Follows it up. Boy, let me tell you, here's one tough hombre out of Oil Trough, Texas. Dutch whips the arm, abdominal stretch. He can't get the foot hook.
I think if I had that experience of having the Spreckers and the Wrap Snacks and the Uber driver just going through the car wash like on a loop, I think I would just cease to exist and just like would just ascend.
Idle helping out from behind, and the referee says, "Okay, come on, break it up, break it up." Referee Thomas Marlin right on top of the situation. Mantell holding Dundee from Rich, so Idle takes over.
What music though? Maybe the trap remix of Pumped Up Kicks.
Off the second rope. Idle won.
Who cares, ATF media? That's all of them. All wrestle. Well, not so much now, but wrestlers in his time, I'm sure pretty much all shared that sentiment.
Idle 2, and that's all as Rich comes in. Man, it's going to be tough to...
You sound like... Okay, I know what's going on here is you have drank the Hannibal Kool-Aid about the hate toward Dutch Mantell. This is sad when even ATF can be reached by Hannibal.
Get a pin tonight. Dundee body slam. Idle going for that Las Vegas leg lock. But Dundee kicks him right off.
So what? But who cares? Oh my God.
Bill rattled off the canvas again by Idle, and there's a tag on Dutch.
What does that have to do with him in a wrestling match?
Mantell, Billy trying to get away and tag Rich. Can't make it. Dutch with Dundee draped on his shoulders. Power slams him.
You've been drinking
really
the Hannibal Kool-Aid.
Hard, maybe. 2. Dundee saves it again. The foot goes over the rope. Mantell an elbow.
It's because of people like you, ATF, that Road Dogg can't get a job at AEW. Hey, Tony Khan, did you know? Yes, we're watching wrestling. Why would you ever expect 1980s old school territory wrestling to be non-hypoc? You know what I mean? I just think what you're describing, these are guys who still had one foot in the carny world. Of course they're going to be grifty.
Dundee suplexed by Mantell.
Oh my God, imagine the C-cuppers.
Billy trying to fight back. Backdrop. Not giving Dundee any room to breathe at all. Mantell right on him. There's a whip.
Massive attack, teardrop.
Dundee with a sunset flip. But Austin Idle breaks that one up, and Tommy Rich comes over and gets him. Rich
oh, come on, ref.
Referee trying to break him up. In a ring, Dundee slams Mantell. He's trying to tell the referee he's got him. Rich pounding on Idle outside the ring. Dundee rolls Mantell. 1, 2, 3. He's got him.
Hey, well, first of all, First of all, he had the tights. Second of all, that was a fast count.
Holy mackerel! What a victory! 14 minutes and 8 seconds.
Wait, are those national tag titles or regional?
The winners and new World Tag Champions, Bill Dundee.
Oh my gosh.
Tommy Rich, the world champs. They beat Idol and Mantell.
What am I doing? Son of a gun. Congratulations to Bill and Tommy on a great win in there. We're going to be back with more action coming up in just a moment.
I'm just saying I expect hypocrisy from the wrestling world.
Okay, a special half-hour show right here on Wave Country. We're back to it in just a moment. April the 17th, Springfield, Kentucky. You'll be looking for championship wrestling action. Tuesday night, you're going to be looking in the Louisville Gardens for Sonny King against Gypsy Joe, the Angel against Roy Rogers.
Roy
Coco Ware
Rogers.
and Tom Bailey against Miss Bonita and Matsufuchi. And then it'll be an 8-man tag match. Then the final match will be a cage match. It'll have Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, the Dream Machine against Tojo Yamamoto, Dutch Mantell, and Jimmy Hart. They're going to have it all caged in, Jimmy.
Oh, man, let me tell you something, baby. If there's a way in, there's got to be a way out. And I didn't get the game snake for nothing, brother. We've got the blimp, the gimp, and the wimp, and I can't wait.
Right, but you need to acknowledge Dutch Mantell for his in-ring abilities, ATF.
Right, told you, baby?
Well, this is my type of match, Mr. Land Russell. I get the best Dutch Mantell, and I get the best manager, and you get the best karate man, and what? We're going to beat that Kopito, Japanese mean the midget, and the Jerry the King Lawyer, he said Lawler.
Oh my God, imagine Tojo calling him a midget.
Lawler, and there we got the big fat septic stand up Dream. King Lawyer, and we get the best.
And I can't be a way out. I didn't get the game snake for nothing, brother. We've got the blimp, the gimp, and the wimp, and I can't wait. Right, told you, baby?
Well, this is my type of match, Mr. Land Russell. I get the best Dutch Mantell, and I get the best manager, and you get the best karate man, and what? We're going to beat that Kopito, Japanese mean the midget, and the Jerry the King Lawyer, he said Lawler, the Sissy Lawler, and there we got the big fat septic stand up Dream.
Well,
You see, these men dream. Dundee, Lawler should not be called wrestler because
He
what
did
they
not
are
stick.
down
Get
deep are
serious.
track stars. Because when it got rough and tough and the bodies were crashing, the sweat was rolling, people hollering, screaming, carrying.
Look at this. You wish you could, ATF.
You know, what did they do? Hey, they took off. I told everybody last week I made a promise that nobody's going to touch my good friend and confidant here, Jimmy Hart. Nobody does.
He just can't he's been around for too long. Like, he needs to pass the torch to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, he shouldn't be, like, I just feel like the current like generation of writers should be the primary voice on it because they're like the target audience for it.
Him, they didn't lay a hand on them, they got embarrassed, they couldn't take it, and they run off. But it won't be that way this week because we got a big cage outside the ring. Keeps everybody out, but most of all, it keeps everybody in. And I got the best partner I could find under the circumstances, Tojo
Under the circumstances.
Yamamoto from Japan, and he's going to be in there with me, and I'm going to have Jimmy stand over there. I'm going to tell Jimmy, just stand back, let Lawler, Dundee dream, leave them to me, and we're going to take it all home right there in Louisville. The cage is going to keep all three of them in, and I'm going to do a Texas waltz all across them. I know one dance, the Texas waltz, but the thing is, I'm going to be
Tuesday night, right? Next bout is going to be a CWA World Tag Title match. This one took by not too far away, and over in Lexington, Kentucky at Rupp Arena, when Austin Idol and Dutch Mantell, the holders of the CWA World Tag Title, faced a determined challenge from Bill Dundee and Tommy Rich. Now, they had met before, but Dundee and Rich earned another shot at this particular title, and let's see the action already in progress.
Dundee caught
we saw
elbow
that.
from Idol. He was bent backward over the knee of Dutch Mantell.
Tommy Rich.
To save that count,
Tommy Rich. Bill Dundee.
To save that count,
Tommy Rich. Bill Dundee. This is Japanese flag I make. Tommy Rich. Hey!
Tommy Rich.
Hey, okay. Wait.
New Year's baby.
All right. Okay. Okay, Billy. Okay. Wait. Look.
Bill Dundee. Wait, you too small. Oh, I understand.
You too small.
I did to you. Only one job, not enough. I saw people. Monty died.
Okay.
You know what Masafuchi said?
No, I don't know what
he said. That his sister can beat Bill Dundee.
Look, why don't they stick around and watch Dundee in action? If they think that...
Collision in Korea, the old WCW thing.
And let's go back to Dave now and more action.
Well, we are just about ready to go here.
Yeah, noted American Australian Bill Dundee.
Bill Dundee and the Dream Machine are in the ring. Masafuchi and Mr. Onita and Tojo back around here.
Mr. Onita needs to get the mic away from his the mic away from his mouth.
Taking over the area here. Let's do the official introductions. The opponents. We're going to do the introductions here.
Turk and El Toro.
It's going to be a match to the expiration of time. Team with the most falls to their credit when the time expires will be the winners of the match. Total weight of 498
Daninsky would love this guy. I'm assuming this is the Turk.
8 pounds on the left of your screen. From Turkey, the Turk. And from Mexico City, El Toro. At a total of 484 pounds. From Australia, the superstar, Bill Dundee, and his partner, the Dream Machine. A match to the expiration of time. And your referee is Paul Morton.
Come on,
okay,
Paul.
we're about ready to go with our final match here. We have Mr. Onita and Masafuchi, who are world-class wrestlers with Tojo Yamamoto doing what interpreting. They're watching Dundee and the Dream Machine in action, and Kirk and El Toro here.
He told me, Mr. Lance Russell, Bill Dundee and that machine don't look like a wrestler. He said, Bill Dundee is so small. He said, in Japan, he said, Bill Dundee look like a midget. It's just Kobito. What in Japan they said, Bill Dundee, he's just like Kobito, just like a midget. He said that they don't have no chance against the two great honorable Imperial wrestlers, Mr. Lance Russell.
You better tell them to pay close attention, because they'll find out.
Abe Lincoln is a wrestler. Tremendous amateur background.
Mr. Onita said that Bill Dundee and the Dream Machine cannot stand the karate.
Our time is running out here. We're going to have to ring a bell on the expiration of time. Is that it? Okay. Boy, I hate that, but our time is up. And we're not going to have time for it. Yeah. I don't think he heard it in any event. We've got the time is up. Yeah. Okay. Tell you what we're going to have to do with Mr. Onita and Masafuchi, who are guest commentators more or less today. We're going to have to take a break, and we will be back with wrestling action coming up in just a moment. Ran out, but I would be interested if you could find out their reaction to Bill Dundee in that match.
Well, the reaction of the match, these two Imperial Japanese wrestlers said that Bill Dundee is not a wrestler. He said they're very, very happy and satisfied that they're not a wrestler, and they will destroy every wrestler in the United States. Dozo, ima hanashita, dozo.
This is a Japanese flag. I make Mac. Yankee. Never lose. Now, 159 people. Tennessee Everett. wrestlers never wrestling again.
Osa, understand? Bill Dundee, Tommy Rich, only one Japanese chop. I beat them. Not enough. After match, no coming back in the ring.
Okay, that, of course, was Mr. Fucci, Mr. Onita, and they're here, I gather, to try to win the World Tag titles, obviously.
Yeah, they said
are they going to be
They said they're going to try beat all these American Yankee wrestlers, Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, Tommy Rich, take all American title back, all back to Japan, and all these Yankee wrestlers come to Japan. And what Mr. Fuji and Mr. Onita said, they're going to destroy them in Japanese country and put the Japanese flag on their body and send them back to Yankee.
Yeah, well, okay, that, the comments, obviously, it's a lot easier to say it than it is to do it. Thought it'd be interesting to see the international team, Dave, of Mr. Onita and Mr. Fucci, and we'll be looking forward to seeing them in action.
Yes, indeed. Today in the action, Big Red, Eddie Gilbert were winners. Wayne Ferris, Tojo Yamamoto won their match, and then time expired. In that expiration of time match we had, didn't have much time for it. That's the way it...
Welcome to the what was it? What, the Unex Files or whatever that show did, where it just recapped for 10 minutes what we had just watched.
It was on Championship Wrestling this day.
All right, we had some action, you better believe. Some of it really was heated and fierce, and you got to see a World Tag Team Championship match. All of it right there for you on Championship Wrestling. We hope maybe you'll make it a point to be with us again next week and bring 9 or 10 friends when you come around next week. Wouldn't mind that. At least that many for a fact. So until we have the opportunity to see you again next week, when you'll have some more of the roughest, toughest wrestling that you'll find anywhere, right here on Championship Wrestling. For Dave Brown, this is Lance Russell, and we're bidding you a very good day. And bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, Lance. Let's watch one more. Oh, this looks like it's a partial.
Yellow again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside, ready for what is going to be a spectacular championship wrestling program today.
Oh, I tell you, opening thing...
Oh, this jumped from March of '81 to April 18th.
Up today. We're going to have David Oswald in the ring. He will be going in a single match against the Dream Machine.
All right, see you later, Virginia.
Then we're going to have
Thanks for hanging out.
and El Toro, that big team, in here against Coco Ware and Ron Sexton, and it will be a mixed match in which Tiny Tom and Roy Rogers will be on one side of the ring, on the other, Billy the Kid and Jimmy Hart. So
let's go.
I can't wait till we get out of it. We may not have time for all of the matches, as a matter of fact, because in addition to that, we have some great tape of some great matches going. One of them, and you must stay tuned. I can't tell you that I took any joy in this particular thing, but you've got to see it. It was a fight that took place as a result of the Terry Funk challenge to Jerry the King Lawler. We will have all of that today on Championship Wrestling. Let's get started. We got plenty of it. Be back just a moment.
Fall 15-minute time limit match. Introducing from Jonesboro, Arkansas, 222 pounds on the left of your screen, David Oswald. And going against him, 270 pounds, the Dream Machine. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Your referee, Jerry Calhoun.
Jackets, come off. We're about ready. There's that big man who walked that 32,000 miles of barbed wire fence, and he's out. Oswald put on some weight. He's looking a lot bigger, but compared to that 273,
That's right. Oswald on the mat, rolling for the ropes. He gets onto the ropes. Good move for Oswald. The referee right there. Dream Machine breaks it, back up on his feet.
That is the first time I heard of diverticulitis.
Dream Machine. Oh. Get down off his feet. Oswald over under the ropes again, and referee right there calling for the break.
Look at Oswald come up with that top.
But didn't get far with it, as a matter of fact. Dream Machine just kind of overpowered him. Dream Machine with a headlock now.
Yep. Nice.
Oh.
That one really stunned David as he hit that deck awfully hard.
Yes, sir. Dream Machine.
Kenny Omega.
Rugged. We're about a minute and a half into the action. David Oswald firing that right forearm across the back of the Dream Machine.
Come on, ref.
Dream Machine moves him into the corner. Showing him he can use the forearm too.
Nice.
There's a cover. Whoa, Oswald has got his foot on the bottom rope. I thought that.
Boy, that follow-up knee here.
There's a cover. Whoa, Oswald has got his foot on the bottom rope. I thought that was it.
Boy, Dream dropped with his knee right in the midsection. Wow. Uh-oh.
Clothesline. Dream Machine drops down. Covers. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Oswald brought that foot up. He was searching for the ropes with that foot, but he couldn't find it that time. Dream Machine got the 3 count. 2 minutes, 11 seconds.
Foot on the rope in a
win
job
for
match?
The Dream Machine.
And you know, Oswald almost broke that last one in there. He was trying to get that right shoulder up. The Dream saw it and leaned a little heavier on it and got that pin when he popped that 273 to it and came up with it. Good battle between the Dream Machine, David Oswald. Oswald battling the big guy right down to the nubbin, but he came up with too much of those.
Finger bang.
That's right.
Woo. Big fella, we got more of it. By golly, stay right there. We're going to be back. 6-man tag action coming up in a moment.
I like it when Cornette sounds like sicken when he says his name, and he's like, and then guess who came down the ramp, Brian? Kenny. Kenny.
Okay, we're going to be back here to Wave Country's Championship Wrestling in just a moment. By golly, I'll tell you, Tuesday at the Gardens, we got a bunch. Couple of quick reminders. Saturday, April the 25th, big action of Championship Wrestling in Junction City, Kentucky. May the 8th, that'll be on a Friday night, Springfield, Kentucky, at Washington County High School. All that action coming up. Now, Louisville Gardens. Son of a gun, I'll tell you what. We'll give you the whole card later, but I want to get Jerry the King Lawler in here to talk about that single match that he's going to have with Kevin Sullivan. Jimmy Hart will be in his corner going against Jerry. By golly, it's all out in the open now, and everybody
well, that's right,
knows.
Lance. You know, I feel a little foolish because Kevin Sullivan made a fool out of me. He tricked me, he and Hart. He gave me a call. He said, because Kevin Sullivan made a fool out of me.
Oh, wow. Kevin Sullivan versus Lawler in 81.
He and Hart. He gave me a call. He said, King, it'd be an honor for me to come in and be your partner because I've had some trouble with these guys in the past myself. You know, I told a few people I'm going to have Kevin Sullivan as my partner, and they said, wait a minute, are you crazy? You know what kind of wrestler he is. You've seen him wrestling down in Atlanta, or the kind of tactics he uses. I said, that's all right. He called me, he talked to me, he assured me everything's all right. Maybe that's the kind of guy I need, you know, rough and tough against Hart's boys. Well, he came in, we were sitting in the dressing room, he was patting me on the shoulder, said, King, this is going to be the greatest night in the history of wrestling. And I said, okay, Kevin, we'll prove it when we get out in the ring.
Cornette sends in, like, what was that one guy's name? Rob Conway. Like, line up all of his OVW guys.
Got out there, the match was about 10 minutes old, and I had a chance to put my fist right down Jimmy Hart's throat, and what happened?
His piss.
10 minutes old, and I had a chance to put my fist right down Jimmy Hart's throat, and what happened? It was about 10 minutes old, and I had a chance to put my fist right down Jimmy Hart's throat. Got out there, the match was about 10 minutes old, and I had a chance to put my fist right down Jimmy Hart's throat, and what happened? Kevin Sullivan hooked my arm, got me down, proceeded to beat my brains out. Well, let me tell you something, Sullivan. It's going to be a little different story Tuesday night in Louisville, Kentucky, punk, because I know where you're coming from now, and you're going to know where I'm coming from, because I'm going to be across that ring from you face to face. I'm going to meet you man to man, and I'm going to prove to you, I'm going to show you why they call me the King, and I'm going to give you the beating of your life right there in Louisville, Kentucky, punk.
Garden's going to be rocking Tuesday night. You'll want to be there to see Muscle Man, Boston battler Kevin Sullivan face Jerry the King Lawler right there in the main event. We'll have the whole card coming up in a little bit. Our championship wrestling fans, Dave, are familiar with Dutch Mantel joining up with Dream Machine and the superstar Bill Dundee to go against the Japanese team of Omida
Fucci and Tojo Yamamoto. Let me tell you, scrap and a half. Let's take a look at some of that action.
Real life war veteran, war hero Dutch Mantell coming up to defend America.
Dundee, Dream, and Dutch had the best of it all through the earlier part, but now they've got Dundee in there, keeping him in there. Yamamoto with that abdominal grab. Billy all the way back over by the ropes.
Mr.
He
Onita.
nailed Tojo, and Tojo goes down. Fucci pulls Dundee back to their corner. Fucci goes for the abdominal grab, and Billy gets the right shoulder up just in time.
Okay, so here we go. Mr. Onita and Mr. Fucci, which of course is I didn't know wasn't 100% sure, but on Masa Fucci. But yeah, I thought he was saying at first. I thought he was saying Master Fuji, but Masa Fucci, and then of course Atsushi Onita were a dominant tag team in Memphis during 1981. Managed initially by Tojo Yamamoto, they got the championship 3 times and famously engaged in numerous wild brawls, including a sequel to the legendary concession stand fight where they took on Ricky Morton and Eddie Gilbert.
Tojo in, holds Dundee in the corner till Fucci can get up and get him.
You're cresting?
Flying press by Dundee. Here comes Dutch. He's pounding on Onita. They're up under the ring. Fucci in the ring with Dundee. Dream whipping on Tojo. Dundee in the ring with Fucci. Dutch under the ring with Onita.
Hey.
Tojo and the Dream swapping licks over here.
Kind of interesting having Onita in the territory close to proximity when we saw him in XPW. Of course, we saw him at the press conference and then never again. Oh, no, they showed us a pre-taped FMW, I think, exploding ring match.
No count, or at least not a 3 count. Referee Jerry Calhoun with an impossible situation. 3 individual fights going on. From behind, Onita nails Dundee. What a brawl.
Oh my God.
Dutch.
He'd had enough.
Nail the referee. I believe, I was watching over here. Dutch pulls the chain out. Busts Onita. Then Fucci, and that's going to be it. It's going to be stopped. I don't know the disposition, whether it's stopped. Referee Jerry Calhoun in 22 minutes and 10 seconds, 22-10, disqualifies.
Although the press conference was amazing with him just shouting random 1 to 3 word phrases.
Dundee, Dream, and Dutch when Dutch got the referee. Onita, Masa Fucci, and Tojo the winners by disqualification in a crazy, wild brawl that ultimately ended up in 3 separate battles before Dutch made the mistake of laying hands on the referee. Dutch is split open. Onita is split open. 22:10 was the official time. So a disqualification raises the hand, makes it possible to raise the hand of Yamamoto, Onita, and Fucci. Boy, what a battle, and Dutch still hot.
Wow.
He's ready to go get him. Dundee says, watch it, watch it. Dutch not watching it. He's going after him.
Oh, he did eventually work there? That kind of reminds me of Hogan and TNA. Remember they had that phony press conference and then made it sound like Hogan was coming in, but then he didn't forever. And then just the company happened to survive long enough to finally bring him in.
Hey, I was just saying to Dutch Mantell, that was the first time I really realized that Tojo fired salt or something right in your eyes in there. It was blocked from where I was sitting.
Well, Tojo's done a lot of things that's not right. You know, last week I came out here and I explained the reason that I helped the Dream and Bill Dundee out the other week. But in so doing, I opened up a whole different avenue of insults and accusations that came from the mouth of Tojo Yamamoto to prove just what an ignorant, stupid man he is. And I don't appreciate remarks that way. Now, I said I was in Vietnam, and I was in Vietnam. And I think any boy who was over there with me thinks about it.
Hannibal cut a promo about this, saying that he thinks Dutch had like a cush position or something.
Every day, because I know I still think about it every day. And for 11 months and 27 days, I lay over there in that rat-infested jungle. And I don't appreciate someone coming out here and saying that I'm a loser and that I lost in Vietnam, because I did not lose in Vietnam. And whether the country was right or whether it was wrong, it's not up to me to decide. Because I got drafted and it was my duty to go, because I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't know nobody in Canada, so I had to go. But I went out of a sense of duty to my country because I love it. And for Tojo Yamamoto to come out here and say some of the things he said is totally uncalled for, and I think every boy over there thinks it's unnecessary too. Now this has gone beyond the point of really just a wrestling match, and we had a Pier 6 brawl there. But Tojo, it's between me and you and your two boys. Now, I don't need nobody to fight my battles, because I fought all my life. And I'm used to fighting. Because I realized when I was a young boy coming up that I was on my own in this world. And a lot of people won't help you sometimes. But I'm going to tell you, Tojo, I don't know what you think about the country, or what do you think about me. But we're going to straighten you out one way or the other. Because I've been on both sides of the fence, Lance Russell, and I know how to straighten people out. And early in my wrestling career, I got straightened out a few times, and I learned a lesson. And Tojo, it's about time for you to learn yours. Now, the next time I step in the ring with those two Japs, it's going to be a whole different situation this time.
Okay.
Now, Bill Dundee and the Dream won't be with me. And the reason they're not with me, they have a title defense, and I understand that. Right. But I'm stepping in the ring with a man who stood by me through thick or thin. And a lot of you people may not like the way he wrestles. You may not like the way I wrestle. When we get in there, nobody runs over us. And I'm talking about one man. I'm talking about Austin Idol. And we step in the ring with you two Japs, it's going to be a whole different story. And if you think you're going to run over me and Austin, then you got another thing coming. Because when we show up in that ring, we're coming loaded for blood. And we're going to hurt somebody, by hook or by crook. And one thing I always say about Austin Idol, he is an American, true and true. And down deep. And Tojo, the things you said about me
from Hollywood
and about my past runs all the way through me and all the way to my soul. And I've explained the situation to Austin. He agrees wholeheartedly with me. So, Tojo, you bring your two little Jap boys out there, and we're going to climb in the ring. And I'm going to say one thing. When we're through, you're going to have a little respect for me, you're going to have a little respect for Austin, and you're going to have a lot of respect.
He should get a Manscaped sponsorship for his podcast. It's me.
For the good old US of A. And I'm going to tell you what, don't forget one thing, Tojo. Me and Austin Idol were once World Tag Team Champions, and we can put it back together again.
Held
Thank
those
you very
titles
much.
a long time, I'll tell you, the Dutchman.
We're going to take time out right now. We're going to be back with more championship wrestling in just a moment.
Builder Kevin Sullivan called Jerry the King Lawler about joining up because of his dispute with the Turk and El Toro. They ended up in a tag match against Turk and El Toro. You got to see if you haven't. Let's take a look at it right now.
The Turk.
What was the match? Oh, it was a mixed match. With little people wrestlers.
Lawler over here. The Turk, very, very stocky. This guy is thick. Woo! He's not very tall, but he is sure thick.
Dollar Beard Club. There you go. I'm sure they put ads on the videos but like I don't think I've ever heard them do an ad read. Have you guys? Certainly they have enough viewers that they could get some, maybe they just don't want to do them.
Hart trying to slip in and get Lawler, but proved to be too far away.
You want him to shave his back now when he's like elderly? Oh my God.
And he didn't want to give up the...
Hey, old man, how much to shave your back?
Sanctuary of that ring apron.
5 red donos.
Hart back in there, choking on Lawler, grabs him by the hair. The referee counting at him. He breaks and starts all over again. Jerry having been softened up by El Toro. And now Lawler's got Hart. Here comes the Turk. He's put down. El Toro after Lawler. And now he turns his attention to Jimmy Hart. Kevin Sullivan in the ring. Crooks Lawler's arm and nails Lawler. What is this? Sullivan. He says stop it.
Wow, look at Kevin Sullivan.
Referee stops it. Sullivan nailing Lawler. Here comes Dundee in the Dream Machine.
I agree. I'm just kind of curious. James seems like a monetization maxer.
The Boston battler, Kevin Sullivan, came in the ring. I thought he was keeping El Toro and Turk off. While Lawler got Hart, but he suddenly grabbed Lawler's arm, put him to the deck. Bill Dundee and Dream came in. Toro is split open. Dundee's head.
Yeah, I mean, he looks quite a bit different.
The Dream and the Turk going at it. Billy nailing Toro, but Sullivan still pounding Lawler in the corner.
Dutches are your favorite?
And Lawler snaps down the top. Nails Sullivan. Hart jumps on his back.
Pile driver.
Hart shakes him.
Oh, man.
Now Hart's the one left up in the ring.
What a sell.
Lawler shakes him. Now Hart's the one left up in the ring. Hart gets out. Sullivan grabs his arm. Evidently, a total plot from Kevin Sullivan. So it's a no-decision bout.
Lawler cuts all those promos. Now listen, everybody's told me not to trust this guy, but believe me, I know people, and I know Kevin Sullivan's only here to help me.
Jerry Lawler, Kevin Sullivan, with Sullivan turning on Lawler.
The referee stopped at no decision, obviously, with the way it ended up in there, and also the way it ended up. It's pretty doggone obvious that it was no accident the way Sullivan went about his charade in there. We've got more big action. Don't forget today that in addition to the unusual fight that took place between Jerry Lawler and Terry Funk, we have that mixed tag match that's going to be coming up a little bit later in championship wrestling when Tiny Tom's going to join with young Roy Rogers to go against Billy the Kid and Jimmy Hart.
Right.
We're going to be looking for all of that action coming up here on Championship Wrestling. Be back to it in just a moment. Got the complete card right here on Tuesday night, right in the Louisville Gardens. And man, you are going to love this. We got everything.
Cactus Jack
going.
and George
Variety
Carlin.
of action, rough and tough, bunch of it. Listen to the entire card. Midget Gals match, Barbie Doll, Diamond Lil in the opening bout. Ladies match with Wendy Richter and Donna Cristantello. Then a mixed tag match. Take these names down. Listen, Barbie Doll, Donna Cristantello, and Roy Rogers on one side of the ring. On the other side, Diamond Lil, Wendy Richter, and Jimmy Hart is the third person on that side. Then the Japanese team, Mr. Onita and Masafuchi with Tojo at ringside, going against the former CWA World Tag Champions, Dutch Mantell and the heartthrob Austin Idol. Southern Tag Challenge when the Turk and El Toro will be going against the Superstar and the Dream Machine. And finally, a single match. The King, Jerry Lawler, faces Boston battler Kevin Sullivan Tuesday at the Garden. The video.
Wow, you get the novelty matches. You get some what sounds like they would be solid tag matches, and then you get Lawler against Kevin Sullivan main event. I hope that there was no increase in ticket prices.
The tape that we're about to show, Dave, on Championship Wrestling is not something I'm particularly proud of. It was something that we covered.
Kevin Sullivan would be trying to get color with the watermelon rinds.
As a result of acting as an intermediary for Terry Funk in a challenge to Jerry Lawler. What took place not here on Championship Wrestling was the fact that ultimately...
I would watch like a biographical film version of Kevin Sullivan's life if he was played by the Heathen.
Lawler said, "You betcha, I got something to settle with the guy. I don't want him doing all of this and running his mouth off." And the end result of the bout you're going to have to see. I have not seen this videotape.
Well, let's see
we were
it.
not even sure that it was going to take place or anything was ever going to happen on it. We made arrangements.
I'm going to be so heated. This is only a partial episode if we don't get to see the mixed tag match.
Ring and for the whole thing. Well, I think the tape may be self-explanatory. Let's take a look at what happened.
The thing I want to do is just, huh? Yeah, sure. That's okay. Yeah. I just want to do an open in case this crazy thing comes off. And then if it does, we've got something. If it doesn't, all we've lost is a little time on it. So, let's see. I guess we got enough light and everything. We can pick it all down. And we'll just, I don't even know that either one of them going to show up.
Hell yeah, he's going to light up.
Yeah, okay, pardon me. Let me get rid of the cigarette. Give me a countdown, will you?
5, 4, 3, 2.
This is Lance Russell standing in the middle of an empty Mid-South Coliseum. I think most wrestling fans know that Terry Funk, the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, issued a challenge to Jerry Lawler to meet man to man. Of course, Funk had accused Lawler of having homer decisions in his battles with Terry Funk previously and with brother Dory Funk Jr. and so forth. He said, no fans, no officials, no police, nobody, you and me.
What's up,
I guess
Paro?
you just have to call it what he's looking for as a shootout. He made the challenge.
Somebody say
asked me to
fired
deliver
up.
the challenge publicly so that it would be on record that he had challenged Lawler. Jerry Lawler later said, set it up. And so here we are. We're in the Mid-South Coliseum, 11,300 empty seats. And that's all that will be here to witness this particular bout, with the exception of myself and cameraman Randy West. Funk asked that there be a camera and a tape crew here so that we would be able to have a record of his demolishing Lawler in the event that it takes place. It's right now 10 minutes to 1. The time that was set on it was 1 o'clock. Neither of the participants are here at this time. We will just have to wait and see. If it takes place, you'll have a record of it. If it doesn't, then you will never see this. Let's just cut the camera off now, Randy. We'll wait. If they show up, we'll do it, okay?
Memphis found footage vibes.
Okay. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what is referred to as post-editing in television. And I feel like that an explanation is necessary. Because of the events that you just saw, there's several things that need to be explained. One of them is that the match that took place that you saw was not a sanctioned match. It was not under the auspices of the Championship Wrestling Company or anybody else. No association or alliance approved the match. It was simply a situation where two men agreed to do something on their own. Terry Funk made the initial challenge. Jerry the King Lawler...
Meet me at the dojo, only they both accepted.
Accepted the challenge. He requested that we contact the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee, and see if we could, in fact, get the ring set up and all of that. There was a request that nobody be available except the camera crew, as we reiterated during the show. The end result of it was that,
think it's the same guy.
And as we said, that is why that there are officials assigned to the match, and that's why that there are rules and regulations. The end result was what could have been a near tragedy. In retrospect, Terry Funk's eye was hurt. It was an accidental situation. Sure, Funk broke off the stick that he had in his hand. Lawler, in kicking at it, it came up and hit Terry Funk, and that was the result of it. Terry Funk, the exact state of the damage to his eye, I'm not sure, as I think we said following the original taping of this particular one. But it is important that you understand that what we have deleted from this tape in here, it was done in the interest of better taste, if that's what you would like to call it, or however you want to look at it. We just didn't feel like that it was something that should be shown, and therefore we are not, in this post-editing bit, not going to show it. I hope that it serves as an example that you don't play around with sticks like that, that you don't get involved in these kind of tragic situations where tempers and temperament become involved in it, and it lets all reason go away. Well, in this particular case, it did occur. We were there with the cameras at their request, not only of Funk, who requested that we have the cameras there to record it. Lawler agreed to it and said, yeah, let's. So we had a still photographer that you saw in the background. We also had our tape crews there. We were there to get it. I can't say that I enjoyed it, but right now, let's go back to the program as it happened.
The Young and the Wrestling?
Well, it was an unusual experience, not a pleasant experience at all, Dave. Terry Funk was administered to, and he's back down in Amarillo now, and I talked to Dory Jr., and I don't know the extent of the damage to the eye in there. We felt like our purpose was to be down there and record it, and that's what we did. You saw that classic battle. We've got more wrestling action coming up. Be back to it in just a moment. Okay, we got an empty ring, but it'll be full in just a moment. This is one we've been waiting for, Dave. This is going to be a mixed man midget match with Roy Rogers and Tiny Tom. First time to look on Championship Wrestling at Tiny Tom. Rugged Billy the Kid we've seen before.
The Kid Hart.
And he will be in here. His partner is going to be Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, the rules of this now, when one midget is tagged and goes into the ring, then the other one must come into the ring. When the big guys are in, the other big guy must be in. Oh. Look at the outfit.
Here comes Superman.
Oh, the outfit.
Let me tell you something, baby. I'm tired of being pushed around here. Nobody respects me. I am fixing to show Memphis, Tennessee how tough Jimmy Hart really is. I can beat a midget any day, and look at that little puny Roy Rogers over there. That's a confessional joke right there. You watch and see, brother.
Boy, this guy is really geared today. He's wired. Hart going in there with a big challenge on it.
I thought I'd add a little class. Why does a mushmouth take a
Well, let him make the introductions, and then we'll listen to what you got to say, Kevin Sullivan. Hart.
Wow, what an outfit.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, this match goes to the expiration of time. Introducing, first of all, at 217 pounds from Nashville, Tennessee, Roy Rogers. His partner from Fayetteville, North Carolina, at 98 pounds, Tiny Tom. Going against him at 150 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Jimmy Hart.
I wonder if they didn't have to take out the empty arena footage. Maybe it was used by WWE in a documentary or something, or like came out on like a DVD set of some kind, so it was in Content ID.
From Alexandria, Louisiana, 103 pounds, Billy the Kid. To the expiration of time, referee Jerry Calhoun.
Starting out, Billy the Kid, Tiny Tom. We're about ready. Bell time. Here we go. And we're off and running on this mixed match in here. Kevin, just watch your language.
Well,
and,
let me tell you, I always watch my language. I'm the only one down here besides Jimmy Hart that knows how to talk. I don't believe
all
that
this
mush-mouth
stuff.
idiot could talk. Let me tell you something. A lot of people say Jimmy Hart isn't very tough. I know this man is tough. This man can whip any 3-foot man in the world. This
Beauty
Jimmy
pageant
Hart,
background.
I've had him down the gym. We're going to start with the 3-foot men, then we're going to work our way up to the 3.5-foot men.
Well, he's supposed to be in with Roy Rogers. Anytime Rogers steps in, that's the way the rules. Hart has to go in and vice versa in there. And when the midgets are in there, then the other midget is in there.
Let me tell you something. My daddy once told me, and it's very true, rules are made to be broken.
Oh, swell. Marvelous philosophy. Quickly ignore it.
Kevin Sullivan's voice at this time, it sounds a little bit different too.
In the ring right now, Billy the Kid, reverse face lock on Tiny Tom down there is Roy Rogers. Jimmy Hart really feeling his oats today. He's over trying to talk Roy Rogers right off the ring apron in there and back to the corner.
Oh, wow.
Did you see what he tried to do? He tried to headbutt Jimmy Hart. Nice going, Jimmy. Defend yourself at all times.
Come on, Roy.
The man tried to run his head into Hart's stomach. Jimmy was thinking.
Boy, I'll tell you. I think stick must have hit both your eyes or something like that. Get
him, Jimmy. Watch out.
There's a tag from Billy the Kid.
Short King Von Erich.
3-foot man in the world. He can whip. He can with that boy showing those arms.
Yeah, he jumps on Tiny Tom, knocks him down. Now
I would say that's got to be what it is, because they hardly ever cut anything out of these. In fact, even some things that are in Content ID are in, like a couple of the Battle Royals get falsely claimed every time I show them on my channel from some British company. But yeah, they hardly cut anything out. It must have been like a hard global block.
Got somebody more his size in there.
Look at Hart. Look at Rogers running from Hart. Look at Rogers running from Hart.
Yeah, Hart opening up that afterburner. No question. We've always...
Illegal. He's punching him. Illegal move.
Kevin, will you let me say some things in here?
No one can understand you, man. That boy, Jimmy, he nailed him.
Hard into his trunks with something. Got Roy Rogers right in the eyes in there.
What he was doing, Lance, was warming that fist
Look
up.
at Jimmy Hart taking it to Roy Rogers.
Besides 3-foot men, look at this. Threw the man over.
Puts it in. That's going to be it right now. Disqualification.
The man jumped over the rope. The man jumped over the rope.
He didn't jump over the rope.
I was trying to see if maybe they showed just like a little bit of it, but... Oh, look. Okay. I think the last image on it is one of them walking down. Is that Lawler walking down to the ring? Shoot, I can't get it. It's like right at the end of the whole thing. Oh, there it is. That looks like it might be the empty arena. So it's so they just cut the end of the show off.
Oh, Jimmy, take him down.
You couldn't make it with somebody your own size.
He can whip any 3-foot man in the country. Teach him a lesson. He thinks it's Jerry Lawler. That's the problem. He's punching around like he pumps Jerry Lawler around.
Jimmy Hart going banana. Oh my God, the referee, did you see him ragdolling? Oh my God.
What's that referee trying to do?
The referee should be fired immediately. Self-defense. Oh, he's beating up the little guy.
Get him, Jimmy! That guy's 3 feet tall. What do you mean jumping? That guy's 3 feet tall. He's just going to have strength. Look at Jimmy Hart. 150 pounds of strength.
Where's Roy Rogers?
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Here comes Lawler. He puts Hart where he belongs. Back down.
Here comes Kev. Lawler stuck his nose in somebody else's business. Now he's paying the price for it. Oh boy. That stomp cracks me up. Come on, Tiny Tom. Or no, that was the image that I saw, so it wasn't the match. Okay.
Top rope after Hart had done something to his eye. Poor Tiny Tom was up there in the middle of it, and Hart and Billy the Kid both were jumping on him, and fortunately...
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, sure. That's okay. Yeah. I just want to do an old opening in case this crazy thing comes off. Time on it. And,
in case there is some kind of copyright issue with it, I'll see you tomorrow if it ends the stream. Whoops.
Jerry Lawler later said, set it up.
No, I'm sorry, not tomorrow. I forgot it was Friday. If something happens, well, I might see you this afternoon.